Hello and welcome to Sidequest. This is our weekly video game show here at Geekverse. I'm your host, Dylan Muss, and I have with me the clown prince of podcasts, Travis Snell, for the first episode of the new year. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited. It's been a hot minute since we've done a cast, multiples of us, so I'm ready to start the new year off. I think 2026 is going to be a great year for everything, TV, movies, and then especially video games. We got a lot of hot things to talk about today, so juice is flowing.
And then we have Kirklin Patzer, the nicknameless Kirklin Patzer. How's it going?
I'll drink to that, Kirklin Patzer. That'll be my nickname today. Yeah, this is amazing. I can't wait. I feel like I haven't podcasted in it's probably been multiple weeks, but it feels longer than
least
that.
2.
There was a weird time sphere of the winter break of especially having that much time off. I feel like the days were starting to blend together, and Monday you blink, it's Thursday, and I don't know, you just do stuff in the day. Next thing you know, it's 1 a.m. You're like, I fucking love time off. This is amazing.
You were forgetting your girlfriend's name. That's how much limbo you were in.
Just remembered it. I got her name tag, so it won't happen anymore. But no, this is awesome. I'm excited to start the year with you guys here. January 5th. Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah, we always start the year, or start it-ish, with this episode. Of course, the video game preview. We do the movie one as well. We don't really do a TV show one, I guess. I don't know. I guess
there's some big...
Could be a semi-topic on a newscast, maybe?
Yeah, I think either newscast or a bread and butter, because there's actually a lot more bigger ones coming out this year. Because I was watching Amazon, completely forgot, right, Spider Noir is a thing this year. Nick Cage playing Spider-Man on TV, right?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so maybe look forward in either a mini news or a bread and butter. That's always a safe one to go to. But yeah, I think 2026 just in general is just GV big, you know?
GV big, yeah. Yeah, but today's episode is going to be all about that preview. We're going to go through the release calendar, talk about the big things that have dates and things that don't have dates but are still supposed to come out this year, and then also a couple other odds and ends, which should be a fun time. Games we've been playing, I just have 2 quick shout-outs for you guys here, things I think would be well-spaced right here. So one, Kirkland, is I think it was about a year and a half ago. I think it was last year, just over a year ago, we did a best snow levels ranking. That was one of the episodes we did, which was a very good winter-themed episode. And one of the games you shouted out in there was a game called Colat, which is a walking sim horror game, which I, right after that episode, bought the game, and then it's just been a year and a half, and I finally played it over the holidays. I didn't roll credits on it, but I played it for an hour or two. Really weird, cool game, gorgeous game. The soundscape of it, the atmosphere of it, for anyone who doesn't know about this game, it's kind of it's almost I think it's the retelling of an actual event, which makes it even more terrifying. But then obviously it's heightened with some supernatural stuff and whatnot. But a group of explorers or travelers or scientists, I forget what it is, going to some snowy mountaintops to do some investigations, and then they don't come back, and then you're a character who goes to go find their trail, find out all that fun stuff, and it's really just roaming around. There isn't a lot of gameplay, at least so far what I've done. It's more just walking around and traversing the environment, reading notes, and then a couple little things after that. But that's been in a fun time, and yeah, definitely extremely good snow game. One of the best snow games, I feel like. So if it has any strength, it's definitely crushing it on
that
the
opening
atmosphere.
sequence when you're just getting deeper and deeper into the cold, and it's man, I feel cold just in my in my warm office playing that game.
yeah, really, it does a really good job of just interesting, weird, nebulous thing in the horizon, and you're okay, I gotta go find what that is. I don't really know how to get there yet, but I'll get there eventually because I don't think the map's too big. So shout out to that game, very cool. Another one, a worthy shout out here, is because we've been doing our weekly Fallout reviews. Well, I guess we kind of have. We did the first episode.
Oh my
and
God.
then we went, and then
They're back this
on,
week.
Yeah, we went on Christmas break, but this week we're going to come back with episode 2, 3, and 4 triple whammy there, and then we'll do weekly from there on out. But as I've hinted, I think to both you guys in separate episodes, I'm man, I've been itching to actually play some Fallout recently, and obviously with the show that kicked that into high gear. So I've been doing another playthrough of Fallout 4. I'm maybe 6 or 7 hours into that playthrough so far. And, as with any Bethesda game, it's I've played a lot of these games, but there's so much to them that this time I'm still finding new things that I haven't seen before. For this character, I just pretty much spawned, didn't even go to the little starting town area, just went directly south for a long time and just going into random caves, random tunnels, random raider camps. I didn't even like start a quest for like 4 hours into the playthrough. I was just roaming around looking for things, being kind of evil, taking out NPCs and stealing their stuff. And you know what? I don't care about playing it honestly anymore. I went in the console commands. I gave myself a couple level ups just so I could like unlock lockpicks and like hack terminals a bit easier. I'm like, I don't want to just grind for all these boring things. I want to put my stats into fun things. So, you know, I'm just having a good time with it. I don't think it's one I'll like see through to credits again or anything. I'll probably just roam around for a while, do things I haven't done before. And it's just, I just, you know, I haven't played Fallout 4 in a while and just, man, beautiful game. Gunplay is really, really good. Customization is really, really fun. So it's just been a good time getting back in there because I think the most recent ones I've played is like some New Vegas and 3, which are pretty outdated at this point, right? They're pretty janky old games, whereas Fallout 4 still feels like super crisp. And obviously it's got like a million updates over the years. I think even recently, right? Like a couple months ago, they had like the next-gen patch or whatever, which I don't know if that's relevant for the PC version I'm using. But yeah, just really, really fun time. So shout-outs to Fallout. I didn't know which one I'd get into while watching the show, but yeah, it's been Fallout 4, which is good because I haven't revisited that game in quite some time.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Somewhat excited to get back in the show. On the Discord, I've seen some rocky things, so I'm interested where we are next Wednesday. Or this Wednesday.
I popped in there and like I haven't been watching the show, but just one comment was like, "This specific episode might be the worst in the series." And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, I think, before I jump back into that show. But
yeah, I mean, I guess
one person's opinion, you know,
there aren't
maybe
that
it's
many
just
episodes overall. So if it's like the worst in a series, like if you say something like Game of Thrones, 8 seasons, like, oh, that's a bad sign. But I guess if it's like this is the second season of a show and it's early on, that's not the most like scathing review, I suppose. But yeah, I am caught up now on that. But yeah, we'll save that. I didn't even realize we had made a Fallout channel. People were talking about it, guys. I don't know if this is the last like month or two, maybe. I feel like we've had a lot of people join the Discord, and it's finally at a point where I feel like I can't read everything anymore. For a while, I was like, oh, every single message I've seen in our Discord. But it gets to a point where there's some days I jump in there and I'm like, I'm not reading all this, which is good. You know, it's supposed to be for our community, but I think it's nice that we're so in there frequently. But yeah, I'm very much out of the loop on a lot of the things now. And I think I probably just, because the Fallout channel was probably like some random legacy one that I had muted or something. I'm guessing that's why.
I think they all are.
That's usually what we do. We
like
just flip over instead of making instead of just remaking the channels.
We care
just
about the
have like
environment.
5.
We're not making new channels every time. We're reducing, reusing, recycling.
I put out a post in case it's not unmuted, like, hey, this is turning to this. But yeah, because we'd have a lot of old channels in there. But
I love when you scroll Discord, up though in those spoiler chats, and then it's talking about a completely different show. It's just like,
oh yes,
I'm getting spoiled on this show.
Yeah,
Hopefully, too many people don't want to like go back in time, but you can always use the search bar function, and you can like find discussions on old shows if they're old and dusty at that point.
Like, I get why we did. Why the fuck did we have a Spider-Man 2 chat? You know, like, it's still there in the old, you know, I get it because the game. I know, but like, Spider-Man 2.
Was that a different channel before? Because I feel like we don't typically have that for games. Like, the video game channel is like a little bit quieter than the regular GV one.
Yeah, I think
like I see all the video game stuff still. I'm still up to date on that one, but when it comes to the main GV channel, I mean, people are popping off, talking about a lot of things, and it's great, but I can't keep up anymore, unfortunately.
It might have been an Indiana Jones one before. It wasn't Indiana Jones ones before, so look at that.
Turn it into the Resident Evil Requiem one or something.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
The gaming, the secondary specific gaming one, but that's a good time. Okay, you guys wanted to save what we've been playing for future episodes, I think. So we can mosey along to 2026, a video game preview. Of course, shoutouts to GameInformer.com/2026, which has a great breakdown of all these things. We always use this, and that's what I use all the time to keep track of what's coming out in the given months. But I guess just a quick temperature check. I mean, I feel like the general opinion is that, like, wow, this is going to be a big year for games. Obviously, GTA6 is kind of like the black hole of that, of bringing all this intention. Oh, it's going to be a huge year because of that. But I feel like there is a lot of other things, but also a lot of question marks. Like, I think like Sony and Nintendo, we don't know much, but we know that they're going to have like a couple big things. Like, I guess we know Wolverine and Saros, but I feel like Sony's got to have another big juicy one in there. Nintendo, we don't know too much, I feel like, at least relative to like when we look back at the end of the year and all the things they will have released. I feel like we still are in the dark on a lot of those things, which is exciting. But yeah, Kirkland, how are you feeling? Just general hype check for this year.
Less than maybe I would think I would be. I feel like before the winter break, I was like, oh man, 2026, the video game year is going to be insane. Also, like, you and I probably did a side quest that was getting me ramped up for just what was coming in 2026. It was actually the Game of Year episode that we did. And then just stewing over the break, coming into the new year. I feel like I just have a bunch of other things that are like kind of in the forefront of like my excitement of what's going on in life and everything. So it's just kind of a little bit on the back burner. But I think as we approach maybe some bigger releases, I'll really be feeling the juice. And even just as we go through this list, I'm sure it'll happen because there's a lot coming out this year and a lot that I've forgotten about a lot of these big releases that are coming out. But GTA, you know, I'm gonna be there, so that's gonna be a cool one. If it happens.
Will you be
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, if it does, we definitely have some good bookends with that being right at the end of the year, and then like this first 2 or 3 months has a bunch of things, even like a couple small things that I am still pretty excited for. So it should be exciting. But yeah, Travis, I feel like have been talking a lot about how there's way too much this year. And
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna be playing a ton of stuff this year.
Yeah, this is like, I feel like every year there's a couple, 2 to 3, maybe the occasional 4 when you throw in some Nintendo and some family games. But this is a year that, for my adulthood, my wallet, am I excited? No, not at all. I wish a lot of this was spread out. But for me, the gamer, because I'm trying to play a bit more games this year, and I will be, like even what I've been doing at the beginning of the year, new play style, trying to make it even through some of the backlog. Even without GTA, this is, I'd have to think, is probably the most excited I've been the year. Because that year when we got, am I wrong with when we got Ghost, God of War, and Last of Us 2? Was it the same year, or was it no?
Ghost and Last of Us were the same year. God of War would have been. Do you mean Ragnarok or the original one?
The original. What?
The original one was in the same year as Spider-Man 1, I think.
Okay, and then then, like, when was Death Stranding? That was in one of those years that shared another one, right?
Yeah, so 2018 was Spider-Man and God of War. 2019 was Death Stranding and Days Gone, I think, if you want to include that. And then 2020 was Ghosts and Last of Us Part 2, I think.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's been, because obviously those are the big PlayStation titles, right? So I feel like that's usually
Horizon,
the stuff.
Horizon, I guess, was 2017, then like 2022
same year as
or something,
Zelda.
So it's kind of,
yeah.
either end of those.
Yeah, so I just feel like it's been a year or it's been a while since there's been multiple games that I'm very excited for. It's always like the one, and I don't even count GTA because that's kind of like in its own stratosphere. Like I'm excited for it, but that could come out any day, any week, any year, and I'm be excited and hyped for it, right? But for this year, even just the first half, there is so much stuff and stuff that I'm not just like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get to it. Stuff that I'm just actively buying. It's a lot of, these are day ones. I think I got at least 6 day ones, and that's like the minimum right now. That's not even the stuff. So I'm hoping you're like, oh, what have they announced? I hope nothing. I hope Nintendo's like, we're taking a year off, just buy these old games. I hope PlayStation is like, oh, the RAM sucks, don't buy anything, buy our old games. We're remaking Last of Us again. Like, I got enough coming in. I will be fine if GTA gets delayed again or anything else. But no, this is like, probably, I'd have to go back, but one of my most hyped years of podcast, I'd have to see too, like, what came out the same year as Marvel Alliance 3 or Smash Bros? Like, I feel like I'm trying to think in my brain. There's one year where it feels like I got 3 to 4 games, and it was just a hype year. So I feel like I'll say this my most hype year in the 2020s. That's what I think I can easily say for video games. So, even we're going to talk about Replaced as a date finally. I've been waiting for this game forever,
Nice.
So just even the little stuff, I'm ready.
What year was
Juicing.
Strikers? Was that same year as Ultimate Alliance 3?
That's 2022, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or
So a little
2023,
bit
one
later.
of those ones.
Yeah, 22
you must have
Dylan.
been
Ultimate
right
Alliance
with
was
that.
2019, so it was in that year with Death Stranding and
Yeah.
what else came
And
out
Days
2019?
Gone. I feel like there's something else in 2019 that we're missing there, because I feel like Death
I mean,
Stranding.
for me, there was Fire Emblem Three Houses. That was a big one.
Yeah,
Outer Worlds was that
Worlds,
year. Outer Wilds was that year too.
a lot of Outer. Yeah,
All the
Star Wars
outer
Jedi Fallen Order, I guess, was that year
Okay,
as
yeah.
well.
Big one.
Yeah, but I feel like there's something else. But yeah, no, very excited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very excited for this year. I mean, I think just with the things we know, that's already like a juicy top 10 game of the year list, just anticipating that these games are as good as I think they're going to be. But then there's a bunch of indie games that I'm excited for that don't have like dates yet, but indies usually just like slap the year on there, and then like closer to they'll actually put the actual release date out. And so some of those I'm very, very excited for. There's even a couple like updates for games, DLC things that I'm looking forward to. And I think to me it is kind of perfect timing because especially just, usually I play so many games every year. A big part of that is because I usually am subscribed to Game Pass and checking out all the new stuff in there. But Game Pass is extremely expensive, and I'm not subscribed to that anymore, so it's kind of perfect. Like, in lieu of me being busy just playing all these Game Pass things, I'm sure some Xbox things will come out, and I might subscribe for a month or two to play some of those things a cheaper way. But it's like there's going to be just so many other things to keep me busy that I don't even have to worry about that as much. And then, there's always a million backlog things. But I think, this year is going to have a lot of really exciting stuff. And it should be a fun time. So let's get right into it. And I guess just mentally keep track your top 5 list. When we're done
Right,
going
we
through
get
everything,
that right
we'll
now.
ask for a top 5 from you guys of your most anticipated things for the year. And yeah, so you guys have the link open, as do I. If I skip over a date of a thing that you are interested in, just jump in. We'll talk about it. But the first thing for me that I'm actually looking forward to is the Animal Crossing New Horizons Switch 2 version, which along with that they have a bunch of other content coming to the game. They're kind of like a 3.0 update, I think, something like that, which I thought that this game was done because they said as much, but now they're coming back, I guess, with the Switch 2, which is a good idea because they'll probably sell 10 million more copies or something with the Switch 2 version.
See, just do that. No new games. Give you guys some Animal Crossing content.
Exactly.
Perfect,
And it's maybe been like a year and a bit since I've played the game, but I still have my island. I still like to jump in there every once in a while, so this will be a good excuse to do that, and a good, nice, late January thing. So I'm excited to get back in there.
On the Switch 2 version, do you get your island from the first game?
Yeah.
Or from the first? Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say that is such a daunting task to have to like if you had to restart on a new system. But there you go. That answers my question. So thank you. What's wrong, Travis? You don't like the way
Just you put your hand up, and there's a long pause, like it was a press conference. Like, did you have sex relations with that woman? You were like really thinking about it, and like
it's standing right now. I feel like I'm doing like a political speech or something. I'm like I'm giving a talk. But anyways, keep going.
Excited for you too.
And then the day after that, did I say the date? That's January 15th for that update. The day after that, January 16th, I forget, what's that Game Awards, Travis? Those 2 Broken Lore games. I think it was the Game Awards, right? There was Broken Lore Unfollow, which is this one. Then there was the other one about like climbing that tower or whatever. Those 2 like horror games. That looked
was
really
it though? Because I feel like you and me did. I felt like we talked about that without Taylor, and Taylor's on the Game Awards cast. Was there not something in between, like a PlayStation?
Maybe he just didn't have any
maybe. Okay. I thought it might have been State of Play.
I think it was very recent, or maybe it was a PlayStation State of Play.
That's what I thought it was.
You know what? State of Play.
Yeah.
I think it was the State of Play that had like some Ghost of Yotai thing or whatever.
Yeah, it was just a Plasma Boys one, so I'm excited. What's this going for, like price wise? They got some out there yet?
They might if the game's coming out in a moment's notice. Take a look if you can. See if you can.
I am right now.
But yeah, 2 really cool looking horror games, Kirkland, and I guess you're kind of iffy when it comes to horror stuff, but I thought this one, Unfollow had like some crazy creatures and just classic like scary house vibes of it. So it was very traditional in that way. The other one is like, set on like some sort of barge or I don't know, just some crazy big tower in the middle of the ocean. It looked really cool. So
I'm not finding any price for Xbox. For PlayStation, it's $27, $24 if you have PlayStation Plus. So there you go. Xbox, is it not coming to Xbox? I swear.
Not on this January. Not on the Game Informer list. It just says PS5 and PC.
Okay, and then that's $25-$30. So
I mean, the Xbox got outsold by the next Playground thing, so maybe developers
it's gonna be on that.
It's not worth it to release on an Xbox anymore.
We're gonna release on the next this fall, so that's what I will wait to see if you get it in here or other people. I feel like this is a game that I could pick up maybe end the year next year if it gets well reviewed and it's like a $5-10 bucks. Not because if this was a light year, I was intrigued, but there's just even other stuff coming up in February. But this one word of mouth for me to wait and see, but some interest.
The old word of the mouth there.
Yeah.
Next up for me then would be, this is probably worth shouting out, I guess, is Highguard on
Yes,
January
I'm glad you shouted out.
26th. So yeah, this is the game that kind of closed out the Game Awards, the last big announcement of the show, which is funny because a lot of people are like, man, I can't believe like Jeff Keighley just took this bag to put this stupid looking game at the last, and it turns out that like they didn't ask him to or like pay for that. He just wanted to put it there for whatever reason. I guess he came out, or maybe he just said that to like bail them out a little bit. And it's funny because I don't even know. We probably brought it up. We must have brought it up on the Game Awards episode. I don't know if we really broke down the trailer, but it's like a hero shooter.
We did because they ended on that. Remember that was the big one more thing, and it was like Highguard.
But I don't remember if I even acknowledged that it was coming out this soon. Like it's January 26th. I don't think I realized that it was coming out that hot off the presses. And I think this is a free-to-play game. I could be wrong. I think about that. So I'll check it out. I'll jump in there and guard some highs for a little bit. But I don't think I'll be sticking around. But I'll definitely give it a swing. Play a night of it.
We talked about this in the Discord day. Shout out to Discord. Check it out. Video game channel. They've not tweeted since the Game Awards. They've not promoted this game.
Really strange for what should be like a big online community-based game.
They came out, trailers, everything, and not a single word anywhere since the Game Awards. That is, to me, very sus. I don't care what they say about Jeff not getting the bag. Either he owed a favor or it's not the bag. They blackmailed him. There's no way that he decided this game should be last. I think it's like everyone says, it's like going to be a Concord. Like, I'm ready for the memes, which it sucks because people worked on this game, but I think it's just where we are now is I just know the view count memes are coming. Like those memes, like the debut on Steam and how many people are playing. Like how we would Conquer.
23 active players.
Yes, we've seen this. We saw this with Conquer. Like we've already seen this deja vu, the future happen. But who knows? You never know. Sometimes there's a surprise. So I would like to see. Hey, I would want more successful games than not because that helps the industry and people working it. So I hope this is a underdog story. But the fact they've not said a single word since the Video Game Awards is crazy. Because that should be your debut, and then you should be boom, 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 just like little snippets of the games, interviews, just images, screenshots, just anything. Like just get it out there. And the fact there's been nothing, very scary.
Even like just a tweet mentioning the release date again because like I didn't realize that, and I watched the Game Awards live. So we'll see what happens with that one. Jumping ahead to January 29th. Cairn, Kirkland, I feel like you either mentioned this game to me or you were interested in it. Were you just like shouting it out to me because I like rock climbing, or were you thinking that you want to check out this game? Or you played the demo or something? Right?
I played the demo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was pretty excited by the idea of it, but then I played the demo and I was like, I don't know if this is for me. The gameplay is like pretty technical. Like it's really on that gameplay element. I feel like I didn't love the initial just what I was given, but I also, to admit, I feel like I was like failing on the tutorial, so like maybe I should give it another shot. But yeah, it definitely went down on the excitement list just because I don't know, whatever it was. Maybe it wasn't intuitive to me because I'm not a rock climber. Who knows what it was? It's a trickier game than I was expecting. Yeah. So that's for you.
I mean, any game that you have to like manually control all four limbs is just immediately like extremely difficult to control. Like even that game I Am Bread, which is like you're just a piece of bread. You don't even have limbs. But you're just swinging yourself around. Like even that's impossible to control at first. So.
I saw Baby Steps also is officially out now. That's from the same makers, isn't it? As Quap.
That's the same maker as Quap, not Cairn though. That's a different team, but Cairn. I mean, as a big climber, I'm very excited for this game. I think the sim aspect of it seems really cool. I'm always complaining that no climbing game lets you like use your feet, which is such a big part of climbing, and this game does. So I'm excited to jump. I haven't tried the demo yet, so maybe I'll do that first just to make sure I don't have the Kirkland bad taste in the mouth that you did. But excited to try this one out. Looks pretty cool. It's supposed to come out, I think, late last year, so got a little bump there, which is probably a good sign to give it last-minute polish or something like that. Or maybe a bunch of people like you tried the demo and were like, this sucks. And they're like, okay, we got to change a couple things to make it easier or something. Maybe make a better tutorial. Maybe that's what they've been doing over the last couple months. Who knows? But shouts to that game. Travis, I believe you were really excited for Don't Stop Girly Pop. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to need several months for that before I get to anything else, so I can't wait. It's been the game I've been anticipating for the past 2 years now. I've been following the dev cycle, everything. I can't wait.
More tweets than Highguard from
Absolutely, yeah. I actually run their socials, so.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know you're such a PC gamer.
Well, I'm prepping myself for the Steam machine.
Oh, yeah, the Steam machine.
Yeah. I'm all PC now.
That doesn't have a date yet, right?
They said early 2026, but the goddamn AI stupid hippo memes and everything are screwing me over.
Hippo memes? What's
just any memes. Just any meme that is AI.
What's
just
the hippo one?
Ruining my Steam machine, ruining my bet I have with Dylan. Just a pain in the butt. So.
Can you tell me what the hippo thing is specifically?
Not today.
I really am curious.
Yep.
There's a game called I Hate This Place, and I love the name of that, so I want to know what this is all about. I'm looking it up. It looks pretty cute, actually. I like the art style. It's kind of like an 80s throwback survival horror thing. This looks cool. You know what?
That's me 6 hours in the day job.
It's it's on my wish list. There you go. I hate this
But you
place.
work from home. I hate this place.
Just like I was writing something for a script, and I wrote down, please leave the house. And Emily's like, is this some subliminal messaging you're giving me or something like that? Like, no, I swear. It's all fine. But that's fun art.
Yeah, January 30th is Code Vein 2, which is that golden money shot game, Travis, that we covered in the Game Awards, I think, last year.
Yeah.
So I think
that's a skip one.
Yeah. People are pretty excited about that one.
Good.
And maybe we'll take a break here after January to thank our Patreon producers, which are somewhere on my thing that I have to pull up still.
Thank you,
to our
everybody.
Patreon producers, Aaron Braden, Airflow of Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, TGGLM69, Charlie Randall, Cocktail Clay, John with no H, and Sam Green. Thank you all so much for keeping the lights on here at Geekverse. Yeah, what's going on? We have all sorts of. I mean, this year we're kicking it off big time with bread and butter.
Gasoline.
Yeah, gasoline is going to be flowing big time into the engines that are Patreon, as we're doing a lot more exclusive things. Travis has a finger that he's ready to slam down on.
If you're on that producer tier, you're getting over 30 episodes this year exclusive. That because every tier has like a
golden money shots.
Yeah, every tier has some exclusive episodes. You guys are getting the most. You guys get stuff super early, and we're doing lots of fun interactive content this year where you guys can vote and pick and everything. And just the thing, Golden Geese is coming up. You vote on that. But yeah, I think this is a year to subscribe because last year was our biggest year in Patreon. So thank you everyone that subscribed. But this year we're working very hard to give you some good stuff, and I think people have been very receptive, and even on the survey so far, people are very kind words to what they've been saying. So yeah, definitely get on this year. There's going to be lots of stuff, and even then, our entire backlog's on there too. Yeah, at the Phase 2 tier. So if you want to go listen to an episode and you're not waiting for like a Geekverse re-release, every episode we've done is on Patreon. I think maybe then a couple are missing, but you know.
Yeah, no, definitely the best place to go if you want the best experience of listening to the show, and also if you want to support us in the most efficient way. Like your dollar goes a lot further on Patreon than it does anywhere else. So yeah, thank you to everyone for supporting the show, and we will take a quick ad break and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back, kicking it over into February. Pretty early on, February 5th, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. So I've been getting a little bit more into Dragon Quest lately. I've played a couple, 2 or 3 of these games now, not to completion or anything. These are long-ass games. I love the art style of this reimagined, this remake version of it. I'll definitely be waiting for a sale on this. I'm not going to pick it up at full price by any means, but I think it looks really great. And yeah, definitely one I'm excited to play in the future. Will it go on sale cheap enough for me to pick it up this year? Unlikely, but who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe I'll cover it later in the year. But cool series. I like to see all these remakes and different versions it's getting a lot of love there.
So that's a reimagined. That's their gimmick, right? That's what it's a full-on remake, though.
Remaster, remake, who knows? Somewhere nebulous in between, I think.
Okay, just checking for, we're going to talk about this next week with the draft and stuff. So just clarifying some things. So
yes, if it has the word reimagined in the title, it is eligible, perhaps.
Okay,
yeah. Kirkland. February 6th, Neo 3.
Jeez.
Thoughts?
Already?
That it's funny for my list over here. I kind of made my own little tier list. So I have like I'm not gonna say the numbers to spoil my top 5 list when we get there. But I have like my guarantee buys, my like borderline on the fence buys. This is on my list, but it is right at the bottom. At eventually we'll get to, but probably not this year. I played the demo and it was really fun. It was really. Yeah, it just seemed like they added some really fun things from the previous 2 titles. Neo 2 was like gameplay wise pretty similar to Neo 1, but like some good quality of life improvements. It feels like again another nice step up from that second game to the third one. But I have not rolled credits on either of those games, and I have both of them still. I only paid for the first one, so there you go. I got Neo 2 on my PlayStation catalog. But,
okay, good.
But yeah, so I will eventually get to this because I'm a big fan of just the games overall. They're a really nice Souls-like variant, and I like when they have a Souls-like game that's not just trying to be a Souls game. Like they at least have like different gameplay mechanics that really make it feel like it's its own. Yeah, exactly. And Neo's been able to do that for every title, and yeah, they've had some cool stuff in there. So I will get to it eventually, but not this year probably.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Let's see. What's up next? Maybe you go to February 10th, Mugenics. I don't know if you guys have heard of this game. This is from Edmund McMillan, who is the creator of Binding of Isaac and Super Meat Boy, which are 2 of the biggest indie games of all time, 2 of the most influential indie games, definitely in that early indie game period. And I don't actually know much about this game. I just kind of got reminded that it exists recently, and like this calendar you're looking at, and be like, oh shit, this comes out next month. Is kind of crazy. So I'm going to look into this because, I mean, Binding of Isaac is like I think on my top 100 all times game list, it's like number 13 or 14 or something. Like one of my favorite games ever. Super Meat Boy is really great. I'm looking forward to. We'll talk about Super Meat Boy a little bit later on as well this episode. So yeah, I don't know what this is exactly, but I'm gonna take a look into it because this guy makes interesting games. So we'll see what happens there. Let's see, Mario Tennis Fever, February 12th. Travis, throwing over to you for Mr. Switch 2 boy. Interested in this?
Yeah, I don't know. Like for Travis alone, no. I'm more thinking on the family route of like, would this be a fun one for us to get? I guess I didn't mention what we've been playing. I can mention it quickly here that we've been playing WarioWare with the kids for the first time because they hadn't played that. At first, got a little frustrated, but now they're having a fun time with it. So, we'll see. We're still kind of having a fun time making our way through all the Lego games we bought. So maybe, I don't know if it would be right away. And you know why it probably wouldn't be right now? Because the kids are skiing right now. So they usually leave Saturday night or Sunday morning. So maybe in the fall.
It costs like $120 to get.
That's why, just to sit there and dust. So maybe more like when they're off for the summer, or if there's like a 2-cent sale in the winter maybe. So I could see this being purchased at some point, but not right away. But it doesn't feel that long since, because there was one on the Switch, right? I'm not wrong about that. Yeah,
I think it was like a launch year game or shortly the year after.
Even then, it just doesn't feel that long. It just feels like, maybe I'm just waiting for Sluggers here. I feel like with Strikers, it was a long wait. With other ones, it was a long wait. Even Luigi Mansion felt like from 1 to 3, not counting the Game Boy one, was a long wait. This just feels like, okay, we recently just got this, so I'll wait and see. I hope someone gets it, because it would always be fun to have during Gauntlet next year and Extra Life, so hopefully that happens.
Bully Taylor into buying it.
He probably will. I feel like him and Madison are big Mario sports people, So and even then, like, I still haven't got Mario Party Jamboree, so I might even get that before that. So excited to see what people think about it, but not buying right now.
Fair enough. 2 games on February 13th that look pretty interesting. High on Life 2, that was supposed to come out last year, but I guess that got delayed, so that's coming out then. And then Reanimal is a interesting looking horror game from the creators of Little Nightmares, I believe, kind of split off and making this game now, which looks really cool. So consider that on my personal radar.
I like that cover for Reanimal. That's cool.
Really nice. The classic red replaced text. It actually looks a lot like the font from Replaced now that I think about it.
It does, yeah.
Not a remake, is it?
Or Batman.
Reanimal?
No, not yet.
Reimagined?
Yeah, if it has the letters RE in, is it removed from contention? Let's see. Any other February games for you guys? Well, I guess there's one right at the end of the month.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Anything before that big head honcho?
Lay Sara, Summit Kingdom. I saw this is actually getting a release date now. I was interested in this. I don't know where I saw it. One of the festivals. Definitely not lately. I feel like it's been over a year since I first saw it. I just thought it looked really, really cool. Where did I put it on my list? I put it on the might sneak in there category. So take that how you will. I'm not going to number that for you. But it just looked really cool. Again, got a new PC this year. I feel like it would be a good PC game. Kind of reminds me of like that Terra Nil type vibe.
Yeah,
still
definitely.
I might pick that one up. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat for you on that one. I've had that one on my wish list for years, and I think it's been out in early access for a while now.
Oh, okay.
And so I've just been waiting for that 1.0 moment.
There you go.
Which seemingly
February
disgusted
27th?
Travis over here. What's going on?
No, I'll wait till we get to the next game.
He hates mountains. He hates city buildings.
No, I just because I know what the next game, but then I also saw the other things releasing on that day. It's just like
let's get into it.
Bold strategy.
there's a trilogy of Resident Evil games coming out on February 27th for the Switch 2. You're getting Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, and Village. And also Resident Evil Requiem, which I thought that was maybe the thing, is that wasn't coming out on Switch the same day. But yeah, Requiem is also on the 27th. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting choice for them to release those 2 Switch ports on the same
Why
day.
not put one in January? And like what I looked at is its price right now is $50. Like, so
for
like
Village or what?
For Biohazard, like even the oldest
Biohazard,
one.
wow.
Yeah, that's why I was like, that's brutal pricing for. They're both coming out the same day as the new game.
They do pretty deep sales, I
They
guess.
do, but like same day.
Too.
Like I thought it was going to be, oh, you're getting Resident Evil 7 and 8 because we don't have 9 yet, but you could play this on Switch, but also 9. Like I guess if someone has Switch, they've been really waiting. Just that feels like an odd strategy. Release them all on the same day. Like just release one in January. Like I think there's a perfect 1-2 punch of like first week of January, end of January, and then this. But I don't know. What do I know? So.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that you might be picking up Requiem, right?
I know that 100%. This thing has done everything right because this went from, I remember, I think it was the last Summer Game Awards where that was, yes, the chills are officially there. It was last Summer Games Fest. That was the ending one, right, Dylan? The one more thing it was because they did the whole, we have a big sale, and then it was Requiem. And I was excited, don't get me wrong, but as we'll talk about in a later episode, I was a big Resident Evil fan growing up, 1 to 4. I played on the PlayStation and GameCube, and then I kind of got lost because I didn't really like the genre they were going. 7 brought me back, and I never got around to playing 8, and I was like, oh, wait. And even with 9, I was like, I'm going to wait. And I'd heard the rumors about one, Leon Kennedy being in this game, but even that didn't, get me yet, because even Resident Evil 6 says Leon Kennedy. I was like, I'm fine to leave it where it is. But as I said before, it was the twofer of, okay, yeah, he's back, and then this idea of, one, you can play in first person or third person, which I think is great, because it's like for the people that love 1 to 4, or for myself that loved Biohazard, you got that audience. And then when they said, oh, when you play as whatever her name is, it's Grace, she's the scary Resident Evil 7, things popping out, horror base, and then when you play as Leon, that's the action based shooting. So it just feels like for me, this was literally a game that, I'll play someday too. All the things they've said and previewed, and then the cherry on top, as I said, when I saw Leon Kennedy's spinning kick in that preview, the nostalgia got me. And as I said this off air, I've now beat Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, the remakes. I beat those a long time ago, and then I'm in the middle of 8 right now. So I got a whole path to get there to replay some of these games. I am back to where I was in the mid 90s. I love Resident Evil so much now, and I'm glad because I felt like it's a long lost love that just departed at one point. But now it's like you met years later, you're both singing like, oh, we used to get along quite well. And I just remembered why I loved Resident Evil so much. So everything they've shown about this game, I was not getting it. And that last Game Awards, they officially got me of, okay, this is a day one. I'm excited to do some of the rankings. I'm trying to play as many as possible. I want to still knock off some of the lower ones that I didn't really love, but I want to return to. So no, this is a day one. And I'm very excited. I'm very interested too with the story, because that's something with playing 7, especially 8. They're very off to the side in the Resident Evil world, where 9 feels like it's getting back to the main continuity. As I said before, the main continuity got a little choppy, a little weird. There's lots of spin-off games there. I'm a big Code Veronica fan as well. So I'm curious to see how that happens. But yeah, I think this is just a pure sign of great marketing and them knowing what they're doing here. And I legitimately think this has potential to be the best Resident Evil game of all time, because it feels like I feel like they're hitting on every fandom of the action fandom, the scared fandom, the first person fandom, like the nostalgia. Obviously this could be a massive disappointment. I think they're laying it up for the home run right now. So
very good. Yeah, I am very excited for this game. I mean, my love for this series really kicked off with Village. I didn't play Village at release, but I think I got it on sale that following Halloween. And then since then, I've played a bunch of these remakes, gone back and visited some of the old games like Code Veronica and and so yeah, I've just been just devouring this series and really enjoying it. And yeah, so now it's okay, this is a good opportunity for me to jump in day one at the release of one of these things. Which at first I didn't know if I was going to pick it up, just because again, these games go on sale pretty shortly after, and games are so expensive these days. I got to be more picky. But yeah, I think especially Travis, with you hopping on the hype train here, it's just going to be a fun time. That's going to be a very spicy review, I think. So yeah, very excited for this game. I really like the setting, how we're going back to some Raccoon City,
hell yeah,
destroy Raccoon Cities. We're getting some, just even the police station with Grace, I find interesting, even if that's just cutscenes or you just walking around. I like that as kind of a different sort of setting. And then even just classic creepy houses, that's the bread and butter of
well, even police station, that's Res 2, right? That's Leon stuck in the police station, right? Exactly, so it's you're getting those echoes before. So I feel like my hope is it's more of a Force Awakens for Resident Evil than a Rise of Skywalker. That's what I'm hoping could happen here,
And every final act, third act of a Resident Evil game always goes to some crazy. Usually, it's like an underground ice base or some crazy machine factory. And I'm really curious to see what that is for this game. And I mean, that could honestly just be going back to Raccoon City, but even that would be pretty exciting. But we always know that under Raccoon City, there's like science facilities
sewers
as far as the eye can see. So I'm very excited for this game. Yeah, I like the character combinations. I like because I think these games, like I think 7 and 8 now, or at least Village has third person and first person cameras that you can play as. I think they patched in third person later on.
Oh, what? I gotta look into this. I played the whole game first.
The DLC, I remember the DLC trailers having like third person. I was like, what? This is a first person game.
Oh.
And I think they've just patched it in now, but have it at launch for both of them, I think is really exciting. I mean, obviously Resident Evil's always been a series that incentivizes multiple playthroughs, but I think especially with this, and I could see myself doing a playthrough in first person, doing a playthrough in third person, and having a very different experience there. And that sounds I don't know if there'll be different routes. It doesn't really sound like it. It sounds like you kind of swap between Leon and Grace. But yeah, I'm very excited for this game. It's gonna be a good time.
I wonder if you have to buy the DLC to get because it's how to access third person mode. It says purchase and install Winter's expansion. That says go to the options menu.
Maybe it's
I'll look.
That'd be weird if the base game was first person and the DLC was third person.
Yeah, I'll have to
but
look.
If any
but
series were to
sense,
do that,
though.
Resident Evil.
If they're thinking about for the next game, they're like, oh, let's experiment with this third person mode. They do try it on the DLC because to repatch that into the main game, I feel like that's not just moving the camera back. It's just how everyone interacts with you too. Going from just a camera to
and a lot of cutscenes. A lot of the cutscenes are from that perspective too.
But that's what's so funny now with Resident Evil 7 and 8 when you're like, oh, when they have to do that for the first time. That's how Resident Evil started, right? But it was a gross third person, right? It's that weird top down eagle eye view. Yeah, the Resident Evil old games were tough to play, but it's funny that now we're kind of going back to the very beginning, or a new version of what back to beginning is. So yeah, can't wait.
Kirkland, does our hype for this get you hyped for this?
You had some bumps over there.
Oh, I was getting that from just the trailers. Honestly, Resident Evil has made some of just the best game release hype moments, whether it's Biohazard or Village was really good. Village was the one with the big vampire lady, right?
Yes,
taking over the internet. There you go. So just great looking games and trailers and everything. And I thought the first trailer for this, I'm like, yeah, it looks good, but no interest at all. But that second trailer, I don't have any nostalgia. I played the old Resident Evils, but I didn't play them, so I don't really have nostalgia for the character of Leon and stuff like that. But just the scene between the gross, fucked up looking dude and that Grace character, and when he's chasing her it looks terrifying. I had it in a category called One Day Maybe. I had to relabel that category to One Day When I'm Stronger, because I feel 2026. I'm turning 30 this year. I should be able to beat some fucking horror games, boys. So I'm gonna give it an attempt. I'm gonna try and get there. Don't hold your breath. I'm getting there before February. Yeah, exactly. I honestly, I was talking to Dylan about that. With my new computer, I should jump back into Biohazard because I probably still have my save. I think Steam Cloud Save should have it. So
these are some great streams on that.
Yeah. Yeah, the Outlast. That was a top 10. I mean, I don't think I even had 10 times, but it was just a top 10er of moments. So there you go. Shouts out to that.
Top 10er.
I'm excited for you guys though. That's hype.
Mm-hmm. And then so scooting along over to March, and March is not as stacked in the sense it doesn't have a Resident Evil, but there's the first half of March are all games I do want to play. So it's it's not a good sign for the wallet.
World of Warcraft, Dylan.
Started it off with Coffee Talk Tokyo. I
really, I was gonna meme on that game, but that's something that's.
I've played the first two games and they're really.
You don't
delightful.
know Dylan then.
Okay.
They're really delightful. Yeah, they're just barista sim games, but really nice. The music, it's the lo-fi beats to chill to. It's a great game to play before bed. But it's set in a regular world, but then there is just fantasy creatures. So an orc will come in and tell you about their life story and how they're struggling to be a game dev in this economy and all this stuff. And it's very simple stuff like that. Characters dating, characters just hanging out to come by for tea. It's a very cute game. Both of them are. I liked the first one a bit more, but I really like this one's going to a new location and obviously set in Japan. It mixes well with those vibes really well from those first two games. So shouts to Coffee Talk. I can't wait to have a trilogy of these games on my Switch that I'll be jumping between. So don't meme on my game, okay, Travis? It's a good game.
I won't.
There's a reason there's 3 of them.
Did the second one come out like not too long ago also? Or am I totally just blending years
I wanna
together
call
now
it a
that I'm getting older?
2023
Okay.
moment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Wow, a game called Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse. Also, I skipped over this. In February, there's a game with the title No Sleep for Kaname Date - From AI : The Somnium Files. There's a lot of words for a title.
Let's workshop that title.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't foresee that in my library.
Yeah.
Oh, it just seems like a I was gonna say a Japanese game that they just took the direct translation of like what is in Japanese to English, but I was trying to see
No
what the
workshopping.
developer is. Never heard of this person before. Spike Chunsoft company.
I mean, there is a bunch of these AI Somnium Files games. So I guess it's like this is like a spin-off is my assumption. But we don't need to talk about that. March 5th,
Here we are.
Pokemon Pocopia.
What the fuck is this?
What's wrong, Travis?
What is Pocopia now? What is this? What is
You
going on?
don't remember Pocopia?
Here?
You
No,
weren't on
I
that
don't remember.
direct episode?
No, I was
It's like
not.
an Animal Crossing.
Oh,
Pokemon
they're
game.
ripping it off. I see. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pri-
Okay.
ripping it off, but it's the same company, so it's like but yeah, I actually think this game looks really cute. I pick up a Pokemon game every once in a while. This is one I want to pick up. Again, am I going to pick it up for $120? Probably not, but I really do want to play this game. It's like Animal Crossing with cute Pokemon aesthetics, and like instead of having a watering can, you just like summon a water Pokemon and it waters your plants, and like that's just the cutest, funnest idea. I think the art style looks really, really cute in this. So. Honestly, if it wasn't for like Animal Crossing getting that 3.0 update and me being like kind of that being my cozy little brain off game, I don't know. Maybe I would have picked this up. Also, if a million games weren't coming out in the same month, but I actually do think this looks really cute. It's rare for Pokemon to grab me these days because like they just put no effort into these games. But this one I actually think looks quite cute. So
I haven't said in a while, but fuck Pokemon. That's all I have to say.
sure. Why not?
Yep.
Another horror game, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake. I think this looks really cool. That's a series I haven't played, but is always kind of been on the backlog, and a remake is like a good way to pick it up. I think this game looks really good. This version does in particular. So another one on the wish list. When it goes on sale, I'll pick it up. Right after that, March 12th, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. A cheesy action game that I think looks like fun with a capital F. I really want to play that game. Again, I can't buy all these games, so I got to pick and choose. But I actually think that game looks like a lot of fun. Just watch the trailers and tell me you don't want to play that game. It looks great.
I still gotta check out the movie, so I'll wait to hear. Obviously, it's not John Carpenter's, but I'll wait to hear your thoughts on that. I was gonna ask. This is not. It is video game related, but not game related. Has Xbox announced when they're doing their January show yet?
They haven't, but it's been just like the very last week of January for the last thing. So I assume they'll do that again.
Everyone check out that. Also, I'm going to be watching that New Game Plus one this Thursday. Yeah, January 8th. It's like a bunch of, not like all indie people, but it's like a smaller one. But there's still big games like Bloodwalker and Crimson Desert. So check that out. I'm excited to see them hopefully make a splash because more the merrier. I just doing a good show and everything. But if we can get more people out there doing these shows, I'm all for it. So.
Couple more high guards, he might be out. We'll see.
He's doing fine.
Yeah.
More viewers than ever. That show, we'll see what happens there. If it's juicy, maybe we'll do an emergency episode, or if it's semi-juicy, we cover on the draft episode. We'll see.
Yeah,
what happens.
sure.
Next week is the draft episode. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. And then Travis, take it away. March 12th is a game you've been very much looking forward to for years at this point.
Let me take a look here. When was Replaced revealed? I feel like it's been 2023.
Yeah, something like that. It's been at least 3 years, I feel like.
Yeah, I'll do. But this is just obviously. I think we've covered on the cast before, and I've never played the actual Cyberpunk game. So at some point I should. But obviously, so 4 years ago. So actually 2022.
Crazy.
So that is crazy. I get the official month here, but grew up as a kid with Blade Runner, Ridley Scott. So once I saw that movie, June 13th, 2021 it says here. Holy, I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long for this game. And I remember in 2021, it was a big deal because like I feel like now I'm broadening my horizons, but back then I was not making time for indie games. So this grabbed my eye. I love the vibe. I love the look. I love the aesthetic. Even the few things we've seen of gameplay, I've really enjoyed that. This feels like a Travis-ass game. game. And like I was saying before, Blade Runner, seeing that as a kid, has just made me love that type of cyberpunk aesthetic. I've said it many times in my life. I hope I get to live to the era where we all get to dress like people in Blade Runner and have those weird ass costumes. Like, you guys remember Harley Quinn jacket? Yeah, but it's not socially acceptable. I want everybody
Go to Japan,
to be doing
brother.
it. Maybe
People
yeah.
like that all the time in Japan.
Then I've missed my place. I'll move the whole family there. But now. Granted, if this is I'm not so excited that I'm buying it blind. If this is a game that comes out and it's rocking those like that yellow orange, then I will wait. Yeah, then there's a lot of games I will wait on. But this looks like something I could really like. But that's just based on vibes and aesthetic. This looks like something I would like love to make, something I'd love to experience. Like, this is very much in my realm. So I hope that it is reviewed. If it's like at least a 7, I think I'm good. If it's a green, I'm good. So I'm going to wait and see. And even then, maybe watch a couple gameplay videos. But I've been waiting for this game for a long time. It's more just the meme of now, looking at 2021, just every year. And there's a long time where they showed that trailer, and then there was nothing. So I think about like early last year, like, oh, news is coming soon. And they released a couple files, couple videos, but still no date, no nothing. Then finally we got this March one. So I'm very excited. So this is, I'll say, likely a day one. And I've been waiting for a long time. Love everything I've seen about it. Am I gonna love the game? That's a TBD, but I think I'll still be there. I have to have faith that they've been cooking this long because they got a good meal. If you've been cooking for 5.5 years,
Skull and Bones, what was that game that was cooking
true.
for a long time?
It was Skull and Bones. That's true, but I'm gonna have faith that that game looked troubled when we first saw it. At least Replace was like, oh, this looks like it has some potential. So yeah, got replaced. Very excited for that.
Nice.
Hopefully to be excited. So
is it a first person game? Because when I look at the cover, I just picture it being like a
it's
isometric,
like a side scroller.
Yeah, like a Weird West type game. Interesting. Okay, good for you. I'm happy for you.
And then Travis, where are you at with Crimson Desert, which comes out a week later?
Oh man, this is the most toughest buy of the year because I've said this before, so if people heard me, I apologize, but this is one of those games that, I don't have the Steam machine yet. One day I will, so that'll be great. But there's countless times we've been doing this since decade old now, this podcast, 2015, where I see this great game and then it ends with boom, wishlist on Steam, boom, PC. I'm like, damn, I guess Travis misses another one, right? This looked like one of those games I was expecting. And even the game before Crimson Desert was like a MMO PC game, right? So I thought, it's too good to be true. No, it's there. And this is this game that when you watch that first trailer, there's so much going on. I feel like you might have this vibe a bit too, Dylan, based on our conversations. It just feels still too good to be true. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop. Like I said this at Christmas when you were over, I said, it feels like the game that 2 days before it comes out, it's like, but there's thousands of loot boxes you have to buy. Like back then, like it just feels like something is hidden with this game and I don't know what it is yet, but sometimes good things can happen. So and I think with what they're showing, I don't think, let's say it is a great game, I don't think it's going to be a small game, right? Like some of these landscapes are showing how big it is. So that's where it's tough for me to go, hey, am I going to buy this? But I guess I'll wait till we go further down. There is a chance. I think this one definitely depends on reviews. At least Replaced, even if it's like middling, I've looked, that's going to be like a 25, 30. Oh no, it's on Games Pass. So that's easy. There's a couple other games that I'm going to wait. Like I was talking to you over Christmas break, like the Routine game that came out over December. Have you seen this, Kirkland? Search up the Routine, and it's like an alien isolation, like space game where like something's in there. Visuals. Yeah. So luckily with Replaced, that's actually a day one because I have Games Pass. I'm gonna play it, but with this, I'm assuming it's gonna be a full price $80 to $100 game. This one's definitely on reviews. I will probably play it one day, but if it reviews well, it'll be a day one because just like you can ride a bear, you can ride a dragon. It's like looks like there's like gun action, and then it looks like there's sword action and magic. Like it's just, I don't know. I really got my fingers crossed for this, and I hope that it's good because maybe this becomes like another big genre or franchise. It could be in the next few years like a brand name. Like happens all the time, but we've also seen more than others that things can crash. So my fingers are crossed. So this is a TBD based on reviews. Where I forgot how Replaced is on Games Pass, so that's a day one. So
yeah, my eyes are extremely peeled for that one, so I'll see what happens there. Extremely peeled, yeah, just like Kirkland over here. Let's see, anything else in March?
Mouse PI for Hire. People were excited for that game for a while. I'm not getting it.
Cool.
But, yeah.
It looks cool. We'll see what happens. A game called Nutmeg with an exclamation mark.
Screamer.
Screamer. That's like a racing game, right?
Oh, it is very anime racing.
I think that's like a old arcade series that's coming back. So some people are really hyped about that, but I don't know much about it. Another Mega Man collection. I've never heard of the Star Force like a sub series within Mega Man? I have no idea what that is, but that's getting a legacy collection.
Imagine that's like more characters. Like maybe not just Mega Man, the whole Star Force in there, like maybe Zero.
I could see that.
Holy
cool.
shit.
What
Oh my god. Does it
So
look amazing?
No, I'm looking at the first game of April, and I got major flashbacks. Do you see what that game is?
Oh yeah, I am Jesus Christ.
This game's been in the work for a while, right?
Yeah, I feel like it was at the Game Awards like 2 years ago or something crazy.
So I clicked on it, and then in related articles on Game Informer written 2020, answering 6 big questions about I Am Jesus Christ. I kid you not, I'm pretty sure there is in our 2020 bloopers, there is a segment of us reacting to this game. It's in the old house, like my old house with the round table, and it's us finding I Am Jesus Christ and being like, what is this game? I just got full on deja vu when I saw that title. I'm like, is this a sequel or a remake? And so this game was probably announced in 2020 or before that, and it's still not come out. Whoa, it's replaced.
But it's about to.
Wow.
Genre simulation. So I guess you truly are just being Jesus Christ. Also, the cover art that they have when you click on the page, like, clearly looks like AI.
It 100% AI. AI, but it's also great. But oh yeah, Kirkland's gonna be streaming this game, so I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, that's in April 2nd. Jumping along. So yeah, there's actually a nice triple hitter at the end of April. Pragmata is coming out April 24th, which is a game that looks really cool. It had a demo that came out recently that people said was really good, actually. It's got like interesting kind of Shadow of the Colossus type like scaling giant creatures, interesting combat system. Seems like an interesting premise and all that. So that's finally coming out. Then shortly after that, Invincible Versus coming out April 30th, the Invincible fighting game. And then right after that, or same day, I guess, April 30th as well as Saros. So, Kirkland, where are you at with Saros as a big fan of Returnal?
That I actually didn't know it was by the same people. That's pretty cool. I didn't see the trailer. I heard a lot of people popping off about it, and then I just watched I don't even know if there's more than one trailer out, but like the pre-order gameplay trailer.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, so I watched that one today, and I was really impressed, and it looks amazing, and knowing that it's by the same team gets me even more excited. I didn't really know where to put it. I put it in my intriguing ... category right now. 2026, I'm gonna try and like not bite off too much that I can chew. Just brutalize that statement, but
no, you got it.
I don't know.
Bite off more than you can chew. That's the statement.
Is that what I said? I feel
like
you
I
did. Tripped on my words.
Like butter over too much bread.
The sentence. You
don't want to be butter over too much bread.
One sentence.
So my intriguing ... category, it is underneath the might sneak in there category. Okay. So this is actually quite low, but I honestly, now I'm going to put it in the might sneak in there category because it does look pretty phenomenal, and I was a big fan of Returnal. So there you go.
You saw this, the stars too, the sheriff from Midnight Mass, Raul Julia, or however you say his name.
Raul Julia, I think. Yeah, he's in there.
What?
You're a Midnight Mass fan, right?
Yeah.
So the sheriff. He's the sheriff in town. Yeah, he's the main character in this game.
I like that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, might jump up a couple categories.
Look at that.
I'm trying to help you, Mark. I'm trying to get you some sales. Yeah. This is in Kirkland's like scale. These are full Backloggd games. I still want to get to Returnal because Returnal, didn't they patch and add something where you can like pause now or save or something, right?
So there's also co-op now. So whenever you want to play, Travis, hit me up. We can.
Because I love that game. Would have been a day one for me until it was because what was the gimmick? You can't save, right? It's just you would die and go all the way back or something. I know you said they're shorter. But there was just some gimmick.
I think it was in the era when you like couldn't put your PS5 in arrest mode or something weird, and it would like ruin.
Well, I had young kids.
You can
so
save it though. Like you can save your progress and then go back into it. The whole idea is like you're gonna die and then you reset your run, but like you get stronger as you do that. So it's almost Souls-like, but it's also kind of like.
Can you pause mid-run now though, Kirkland? Do you know?
I think that's what it was. Yes, because as a
That's
guy,
not what it is.
yeah.
I think you're right, Dylan.
Father
That is-
5 cannot play a game where I cannot pause. That is not. Yeah, I've shit myself. You know how many times that happened? You know how many times? So I cannot. The second
happens here all the time.
because I remember seeing the trailers and everything on the reviews. Like, oh, I really like everything. Sarah's not as hot on right now, but Returnal I was. So and I like what they're doing. So this is definitely on the backlog list because yeah, I need a game right now I can pause. I can't have that luxury, but this is on that when this is on a sale or this says just PS5, so I guess I forgot that it's just exclusive. If this is on the games catalog or the PS Plus, like I definitely will because I think
It's a first-party studio, so it'll hit, and Returnal's on PS Plus, so it'll go there someday.
okay, I think I got that then. So yeah, no, I'm excited to get to it one day, but I like what they're doing over there. I like their vibe. So
Yeah, Housemarque's doing like very arcadey kind of things, which
Yeah.
is
And-
rare for AAA developers.
and
so.
Pragmata looks cool too. That's just one of those things of like, unless that game. I feel very sorry for the people that are putting out games this year that are new in this sphere because I feel like you got to review very well and come out swinging because it is a game that interests me, but because there is so much backlog, I have to, I don't know, it has to be like universal praise for me to maybe look at it in the near future, right? But the trailers we saw, some of the reveals, some of the designs, I'm liking it. I like the vibe. It's just that there's already so much out there, but I'm pulling for it, and I hope it's a game that does really well and reviews well, so then maybe in a year and a half from now, I can get to it, or when Pragmata 2 is getting to it, I can jump to it. But it could also be a game that comes out and it's like a solid 6.57, and then that's kind of
Yellow.
it of it, right? Yeah, yellow greenish, so. And Invincible, I got
That's
no.
pretty decent.
Yeah, well, I said yellow greenish, so it's like always going back and forth. So, and Invincible, that's not the game I'm looking for. I'm waiting for that third person flying through the city game. Like
We already got Omni Man in Mortal Kombat. Why am I getting a whole
Yeah.
Invincible game? And like I saw the gameplay, and I'm like, man, like you got Marvel Tokon, or however you
Yeah.
say that. There's the League of Legends like arcade fighter that I'm probably gonna get because it's free to play. And then there's just so many other in that category that's like.
it's tough
I
because
don't think it's a full price game, but still, like $60 for
is it a full
just
price?
playing
Oh
Invincible
yeah.
character.
I kind of I get the idea of it because Dylan, you haven't seen the show, but like almost every 3 episodes, it's based like Invincible versus one big guy, and they're fighting in the cities, and
I've
they're
watched
going
2
through.
episodes of the show.
Okay,
Come on.
so
Give me
like,
credit.
but every finale also ends with like the whole episode's pretty much just like it's 40 minutes of 2 guys fighting the city, very like Dragon Ball Z, I imagine, right? In some instances, but it's just like in the fight, in what they've shown, I just don't know if you can recapture that like what the exactly that intensity of what they can do. So I don't know. I hope it may reviews well. Maybe it's like cheap or on a free to play, like a PS Plus we could download and throw it in the gauntlet at one point. But I don't know. Again, I think I'm more excited for. They say they're working on like a AAA open world one. Like to me, that's where I want to be flying as Invincible. I want to be doing that stuff as Mark. Like that's what I think the juice really is. And but hopefully it didn't cost much. Maybe it costs like to a reasonable amount. They can make a good profit on it, right? And just get the ball going. So
Looks like it didn't cost much.
wow. I'm not saying that.
This guy's a hater over here.
I'm not saying that.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
direct the movie.
Before we get into May, let's take our last ad break of the show. We'll be right back. Hello, we are back, and May has 2 big, juicy head honchos. Unfortunately, they're 2 days apart, which we, as Geekverse, as podcasters, we would like a bit more time spread out there, but, this is what we got to deal with. May 27th, though, is 007 First Light, followed up with May 29th, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. So a really, really strong 1-2 punch. I mean, I'm day one on 007 First Light. I mean, Hitman is one of my most played games the last few years. I freaking love what this team over here, IOI, is doing. Making extremely cool games, great level design, really interesting kind of mechanics and tools and all this sort of fun stuff. And this just looks like that, but with like a little more action focus, but the level design still looks freaking peak. You get some fun like car driving situations.
Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz, sure, why not? Who's one of our biggest supporters.
He's
so.
just in there as himself.
He's playing one of the villains.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, I am extremely excited for this game. Spoiler, it's in my top 5 for sure. I mean, I already did like a most anticipated last week when I did a little solo cast, so I kind of spoiled my list anyway. But very, very excited for this game. Can't wait for it. And I do want to play Lego Batman. I'm not going to buy it personally, but 24-hour stream, GV Day, wherever it happens, I'll play that game. I can't wait to check it out. So, Travis, I feel like you are you're stuck here. What do you do, right? You got to get both. Do you get both? It's tricky.
Well,
They are going out of their way to fuck me.
that's what I think about that. I am hoping for one of these games to get delayed, more so than anything, whether it's Batman or James Bond.
Which,
I do not
James
care.
Bond just got delayed for anyone who missed that. That's why
Yes.
it's coming out May now. Yeah.
And
What was the other date? Like, was it supposed to be this year?
February, right? Wasn't it? Or
okay.
March? No, it was
Sorry,
March.
I think
It's
it was
like March 12th. Yeah. And I will still say, like, we talked about this on the side quest. I feel like there is, or it was a newscast, or maybe, or no, it was just in person. I mean, no, I feel like I've seen enough hubbubaloo of people being like, oh, I'm gonna wait on Bond and get Lego Batman. I feel like this will actively hurt some of their sales, just because I feel I don't think the Venn diagram's that far from Batman and Bond. And I know it's Lego and more kiddie, but that Lego also has a lot of nostalgia on people that grew up with Lego Star Wars and the original Lego Batman, right? So I actively think two things of one for myself. I will buy both games. I will buy First Light, play that for 2 days, and then I'll buy Legacy. I think the First Light has like a 24-hour access deluxe thing. I'll see what the price is. If it's like a arm breaker, then I won't do. But if I get extra days, sure. Because I'm very much looking forward to these games. Like, I love the Hitman games, not as much as like the newer ones like Dylan has, because I haven't got through them all. But like, I grew up with that series. The one I do own, I love. I love Bond. That's a touchstone for me. So this was like the perfect like cocktail, like martini, you could say in this instance of, man, this is going to be a game that this could be like my Arkham Asylum for James Bond, right? And the fact that it's going to be, funny enough, 2 days before Batman, which is doing a lot of Arkham Asylum things. So I will get them both. That's going to be a very expensive weekend. And yeah, it just also sucks review-wise, because like I'll probably try and pick and choose. We'll see. Maybe I'll get some thoughts there. I know we'll talk about concurrently, but I'm hoping for a delay, because I don't want to have like I've done that before with like when I got Zelda and Horizon Dawn. It's like, it sounds fun, but as a working adult, it's not fun having two games bouncing back and forth for myself. It's like there's just not enough time, and then you feel like sometimes you're playing one and then like, oh, I'd rather play the other, but like, I just bought this game and that's going to be tough. So and I plan on doing like a Batman playthrough probably with Emily first, and then me and the kids on the side as well, like having 2 save files. So I really don't know how I'm going to tackle it. I'm just hoping we live in the world of video games, and I'm very excited one day to wake up to that black wall with Lego yellow block bricks talking about how they've delayed it to whatever date. I actually do think there's a good possibility one of these games gets delayed again, because I thought Bond was locked. They were very confident. Even in January, they did that like 15-minute, or end of December, it was like a 15-minute gameplay thing. I thought, oh, this game's for sure February or March, and it didn't. So I really don't like that date for myself, but I'll buy both games, and both games are ticking both box off. It's the Bond game I always wanted, and then the Lego Batman just looks like it is the perfect nostalgia. It's doing all the old Lego Batman things, but doing new things, the Arkham style fighting system, this open world, all these costumes. They announced in the deluxe pack, you can now play as Joker and Harley, so I'm getting that. So these are fantastic games, and I'll be buying them. I just hate those dates, because I'll have to really bounce between the two, and I don't like doing that. I like to try and have one solo venture, especially that's helping me with my like bucket list right now. It's closing everything off. So but they got me. So
yeah, according to this Game Informer list, there isn't anything coming out in June, July, or August. So there's a lot of space for a delay.
yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Kirkland, where are you at with these two games?
Yeah, let me refer to my little tier list here. I got one in guaranteed buy and one in likely to buy.
Which one's which? Which
Guaranteed
one's which?
buy isn't too big, so I guess it's a little minor spoiler for my top 5. I'm getting 007 day one. Let's go. Hitman boys, I'm there. Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about that one. I'm really excited. That's going to be one that, like, if it isn't, like, at least an 8.5 plus, I think I'll be disappointed for, because I am just super excited. I haven't played like a lot of 007 games in the past, like obviously GoldenEye, like at a friend's house, never had an N64, but like Nightfire was my 007 game growing up. I played the shit out of that one. And then 007 From Russia with Love, shouts to anyone that's played that game, had an amazing split screen like versus mode. Like, honestly, it was so good. It was third person, whereas Nightfire was first person. So much fun. It's so much fun playing that with friends. But yeah, makers of Hitman, like making a 007 game, like I'm just so excited for this. So this one, yeah, it's right up there. And then Lego Batman, I have in the likely to buy category. I love everything that I've seen about. I think it was like, okay, Lego Batman game, that's pretty cool. But when I found out like what the game was, like the different eras of Batman, it's like, okay, I think I'm going to have to get this. So, yeah, I think it will be this year also. I could definitely see this being like maybe a cozier time type game, like around the holidays, pick it up. But yeah, both phenomenal titles, crazy release times right next to each other, but that's the game they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the game they're playing.
It's the games we'll be playing for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Scooting along into fall. That's like September, bro. We got September 8th. Halloween is coming out. Do you think, Travis, do you think you're going to buy that, or is that just like
day one? That's a day one for me and Taylor and Emily. We logged many hours together on Friday 13th. I think, as I've said before, this looks like it's pretty much just going to be F13, but with a Halloween reskin. That's all I want. If someone's...
Rights. And they'll actually have rights.
Yes, and they'll have the rights this time and not get shut down in the middle of development. Like, oh, we have 5 DLC packs planned for free, but we can't give them to you because of a lawsuit. So, yeah, for me, this is, if there's any negative reviews of it's the same game but Halloween, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not sure you change a few little things here and there, but I love the Friday 13th game. Obviously, not as much time back in the days, but that for me has been my favorite of those type of that genre. I think they nailed it, and I think the Haddonfield and Halloween, I still laugh when we got that PlayStation whatever, and I thought it was coming out like relatively soon. Remember doing like the state of play, and then like September 2026, and it was like July.
Well, they had
it was
so
like,
much gameplay. It's like, oh, this is coming
Yeah.
out hot and heavy.
Yeah, so I would say it's not gonna be my top 5 just because there's other bigger games, but this is absolutely day one, unless it's like log in the morning and it's in red in the Metacritic and something went wrong. But I trust these guys; they've done a lot of these games, and day one, and I think you'll probably see some streams with Taylor and I, and anyone else who gets it, also welcome. But I know Taylor and I are a lock for this, so we'll be streaming up, and even extra. September, so we'll be around for Extra Life as well. So
perfect.
yeah, that'll be some fun time. So yeah, I'm very excited. Not as excited as like a GTA or a Replace or Res, but like I'm pretty jonesing for this one to get back into that world. So
Well, yeah, I mean, if you guys are 100% picking it up, I probably will too, because I had a lot of fun with
hell yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. In fact,
Right,
I'd
that
go
was
back
a
and play
fun
that
one.
game. That game is super fun. It's just kind of more of that. I only played a bit of the Friday the 13th. I didn't get as into it as you guys did. But I think this is going to be... You know exactly what you're going to get, and it's kind of what you want, I guess, in this case. So that's a nice 1-2 punch. Kirkland, are you going to jump on the bandwagon with this?
I didn't really have it on my list. I didn't really think of it being like a Friday the 13th game. So let's look at where it would fit in my categories here. I'm going to put it into the might sneak it in there.
What are all the categories, by the way? What are all the names?
I got guaranteed buy,
Okay.
likely to buy, might sneak in there, and then we got intriguing ... Eventually we'll get to, probably not this year, and then one day when I'm stronger, which is
So
just,
6
Resident
categories.
Evil. So 6 categories.
But
yeah.
one of them was just for Resident Evil, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, right.
that one was initially one day.
Well, I guess if there's another horror game that calls out to you, maybe you'd put it in that category too. So maybe
exactly.
Yeah.
That's just horror games going that.
I feel like Halloween is a strong weekend peer pressure Kirkland in that one. If he's not too busy.
I almost got Texas Chainsaw, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, you guys almost had me with that. And then I think like scheduling, somebody was
Yeah.
like, oh, I can't play this weekend. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting
scary.
that.
It's more just
No, not at all.
None of these
Yeah.
are really scary with friends, but like they
Yeah,
still have
that's-
moments, right?
that's
When
fair.
like you turn
Well,
the corner
Outlast
and that
can be.
music hits.
Outlast
Oh,
trials
absolutely.
can be terrifying.
I feel like it's
yeah.
just so goofy though, like some of the stuff that's going on that it kind of takes away from the scariness.
Get your rocks off, buddy.
Yeah.
Friday the 13th.
Everyone loves
though,
juice and crackers.
I have like
Crackers and juice.
Crackers and juice. I have one of my favorite like asymmetrical horror PvP gaming moments, and Travis was there, and it
Yes,
was when
it was amazing.
I don't know if you remember this, but you had Jason Voorhees pick up a character. I don't even remember if it was me or what. Actually, no, there was 2. I'm forgetting one of them. Character picks up. Or sorry, Jason picks up the character. Somebody shoots Jason. It goes right through Jason and just kills the guy that Jason's holding.
That's crazy.
They eventually nerfed that out of the game, but it was hilarious. And then the other one being the car escape. Is that
That's
the
the one
you're
I
referring to?
remember. Yeah, that's the one I remember. Is because was it that you took out a few of our fellow patrons and then we got out of there?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's foggy in my memory, but I just remember laughing my ass off, and there was a car involved. And
I just remember it was me. It was like if it's like a group of 6. I mean, it was just me and Kirkland playing with randos, and it was like me and 3 other people like waiting for that car. And Kirkland, not on purpose, just came like speeding by, took out all the poor players. I got in the car and we got out of there, but we were just dying laughing the whole time because, and you could hear, of course, you idiot, why would you do
Yeah.
that? And we were
Yeah.
just,
The good
but
stuff.
yeah, Kirkland just came through and
it's like a
destroyed the
horror
speed
movie
zone.
though. Like stuff like that
Yes.
happens in these
Yeah.
80s
Yeah.
slasher movies, so it's good.
Yeah.
Kirkland, the other one was it when he picks someone up? Does he like not have a hitbox? Is that the glitch that it was?
So you used to just be able to like friendly fire with the shotgun, and then people would troll, like they would just kill people, like they just run around and kill the other players. So then they just took that out of the game. But yes, like it did no damage to Jason at all, and it went right through him, and then it just blew up the character.
That's funny that instead of eating the shots, it goes right through him. That's not how I would expect
spaghetti
it
code
to work.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I love it. That's
so yeah,
great.
there you go. It might be jumping up the categories then.
Well, there you go. Look forward to September 8th. We're gonna have a big review there. Phantom Blade Zero is a cool looking Souls-like game that comes out the day after. So for those people, like a Neo fan, for example, might be interested in that one. Looks cool.
Not on the categories.
November 19th, GTA 6 over under. Is this coming out this year? Is that date sticking? Happening?
Sure. I said yes to last year though, so I'm already a fool of a two.
Like 2025.
Yeah, I even thought in the fall because like I didn't believe those I thought okay, spring could happen. But if spring has happened, they delayed a fall. I could definitely see that. And then when the big delay happened, so I'm gonna say they kicked it back a whole nother year. But at the same time, it sounds like there's a bunch of crazy stuff just happening at Rockstar. So it's like who knows what's going on, and like not good stuff either, right? So yeah, I'm gonna say it happens. But again, I would not shed a tear if it doesn't, because there is just so much to play. Then either I'd keep playing the other games, or there'll be games that we talked about today where I go, oh, that's on the backlog, I'll kick up. So, because at the end of the day, I'm very excited. It's on the top 5. I'm excited to see the leaps, but I feel like we know what we're getting with Red Dead and GTA. There is like somewhat of a lack of surprise there, right? I feel like it's just the things we love just done a bit better over and over, and that's nothing bad. It's like you're talking to the guy that plugs in like weeks into GM mode, right? There's a play cycle. If you like it, that's good. It's just like and that's what I hope. I hope that GTA 6 has that surprise. I think 5 didn't have that surprise for me. The trio players wasn't that for me. I think the surprise was the online, right? Getting that going, getting a big beef and thing like that. So again, I hope there's something that the actual solo player game does bring that to me, where I have like that San Andreas or that Vice City or even GTA 4, which is my favorite, something there. And I do hope, I don't think this is the case, but I do hope that the online doesn't kind of ape the single player. I think single player will always be there because they make so much money online. That's always a worry for me, is that feels a little lacking. And they've lost a lot of the team too. So I'm hoping there's a big surprise. I like the Bonnie and Clyde concept. So of course I'll be there. Of course it's on the list. I love GTA like everyone else. I'm excited to take that time off and have an experience. So I'll say yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it'll come out this year. I do feel strong about that. I mean, we still have like pretty much almost a year, it's like 9 months or something like that. So it's a long time for them to cook and get this thing finished up. And so I think they'll get it to the finish line this year. And yeah, I mean, I feel like rarely do you play a game that's like, oh yeah, this is the most expensive game ever made. And I feel like that's what it'll feel like to be playing GTA. Like I feel like every frame, every street corner, every character is just gonna feel like so much bigger and badder than like anything you've played before. That's like too high of expectations to have for this game, but it just feels like that's kind of what we're building towards after how long it's been since the last one. And yeah, like hopefully them only kind of, because I think it's like PC is not launching same day, right? So hopefully like that helps them to really lock it in and make sure it's like running properly, and hopefully, I hope if this game's not 60 FPS on these consoles, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. So hopefully that's the case, because it looks gorgeous, and just hopefully it can like run well and doesn't have. Because remember, even GTA 5, like booting up the game takes like 6 minutes of loading. It's like
yeah,
oh yeah.
Like I hope obviously that's like the big plus of these current era consoles, but who knows when you're up against GTA 6 and the level of detail. Hopefully it can keep up with that, but. It's going to be a game that I'll play for years. I'm very excited for the online with you guys.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just like in general, the story I'm excited for, but even just like cruising around in single player, like there's so many just late nights I've had in my life just screwing around with GTA, paying attention, not paying attention, putting on the cheats, doing crazy stuff, 5-star runs, all this fun stuff. It is like truly a playground, and yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to this. And, it's boring, but it is my number one most anticipated game, most hyped game right now, at least coming out this year. And maybe overall, other than like Elder Scrolls 6. That might be the
Yeah.
one that like beats it out, but that's like, you know, a life's work of me playing Elder Scrolls
And
games. So that
they've
makes
just
more sense.
earned that. They've just earned that, right? It's like the
Yeah.
same way. It's like it's a spoiler when we get to, but like anytime Nolan has a movie coming out, that's my number one, right? Because he's earned that for me, right? So it's just one of those things. Until like if this comes out, it's a big lump of coal. Until Rockstar really screws up, it's hard
Yeah.
not to have that anticipation, right? And I don't think they will, but you never know. That would be a story within itself. Of could you imagine Rockstar or this game comes out and it is this big disappointment? I think it's one of those games that's too big
Orange
to
on
fail.
Metacritic.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine the orange? Even yellow, that would be like you'd fall to your
Yeah.
knees. Like what?
Oh,
It's yellow.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
the only thing I could think is be like something like a Cyberpunk where it's so buggy. But no, it's
Yeah.
just it's established so much, you know.
It's coming out in the exact worst release date for Game Awards things too. So I'm really curious to see like what it's going to do at the Game Awards. Like, will the cutoff is usually like the 19th or something like that. And this
Is
game's
it
coming out on
actually?
that date? Now, obviously, a lot of the outlets like will have review copies, but a lot, like some outlets might only get like one review copy. So does one person play it, and then like if IGN gets one copy or something, like does that make it in their Game Awards contention? Like that's a tricky situation.
I bet if it does really stick to the 19th, and if it's that date, I bet Jeff might like delay it a
I
little
could see
bit.
that actually, yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like we know at least he gets nominated, right? And I think it just wins it clear sweet. But like at least he gets nominated. You want that hype. So I think if you have to go, we'll give you another week to get in there. I think Jeff will easily make that concession there. So
That would be very very interesting to see. So yeah, man, it's gonna be something else. This game, Kirkland, where was your hype level at? Is it? I'm assuming it's in the buy.
That's my number one. That's my number one most excited. Yeah. No,
Guaranteed buy, right?
we all
Like
just gave it away. Yeah.
I think I played GTA 5 on 3 different consoles. Does that make sense? Yeah, I guess so. I probably
3?
played on PC.
Haven't we
so
all?
that would have been fun.
Oh, PC.
PS3, PS4, PS5, maybe a PC in there. But
PS3,
it came out on PS3.
GTA 5.
I'm
Did
pretty
it?
confident it did. Maybe not.
You
Maybe not. Maybe
no,
not.
You
Maybe
might
not.
be
I think
right.
so.
No, I think you're right. No, it's just crazy because I think it was just a 360 I played on.
did.
So, yeah, you're
Dude,
right.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Actually, yeah. I remember it was a big deal because a bunch of my friends that played online on Xbox 360 that moved over to PS4, they lost their
Yes.
progress. And then I was like the big guy that had all my-
Heisenberg.
Yeah, yeah,
Release that
exactly.
game on the Wii. That would have been a version I would love.
There's like nobody on the streets. It's just like complete barren world. Yeah, I mean, not much more has to be said. I've been ready for this game since it was first announced, and
Since the
like,
PS4.
yeah, seriously. And I'm sure I'll own this on multiple consoles again, and I'm sure I'm just gonna have so much fun playing online. Me and Hidalgo over this last weekend, we're actually just talking about some great just GTA 5 online moments of just like doing a heist, and then we just spend like hours like just going to get tattoos like in game,
Yeah.
and then we just do the most dumbest things like in that game, and it's just you can just do that. So yeah, I think this is it's gonna be pretty crazy, honestly, when it does come out. Just like the amount of people that will be playing. Fingers crossed, the servers can really hold out because it's gonna be like it's just gonna be. What 10 15 times bigger than like even what the last one was. I feel like just because building up of excitement of like there's just so much more access for people to be playing it too now. I don't know, it just seems like it's gonna be like bigger than like a Nolan movie drop. Like just because it's been so long and we've all just been like getting GTA that day.
Yeah,
Maybe just the world will stand still. Everyone's gonna be calling in sick.
maybe.
You're gonna see so many sick. They're gonna put out a stat, and there'll be so many sick calls. So
That
But
must
like
be
the businesses will know
must be a
about that
Thursday,
now
right?
because it's just such a big game. So like how are they gonna work around that? We'll see.
That is the Thursday. Yeah, that is the Thursday. So a lot of Fridays are going to be booked off for that bad boy for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
I feel like obviously this Elder Scrolls 6 I just talked about. I'm like excited for that, and we haven't seen gameplay. GTA, like I feel like I rarely am this excited for a game that I haven't seen gameplay for yet. I know they have like, oh, this is in-engine footage or whatever, but like we haven't seen gameplay yet really, and so even without that, like I just can't wait to see what this game actually looks like. I guess well, actually that's not true. We've seen there was a lot of those leaks, and there's a lot of gameplay in those leaks, I suppose. But even those, they weren't quite as polished as obviously like something you'd see in a trailer or what like actual gameplay looks like, and those were a few years old now at this point. So, yeah, that game is gonna be it's gonna be crazy. Very excited for that. Moving along then. Now we get into the TBA category. All sorts of stuff that is said to be coming out this year but doesn't have a date. So we might speed through some of these and stop at the interesting ones. But I guess right at the top of the list here, Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief for Mr. Kirkland Patzer.
Looking at my tier list here, I guess minor spoiler. That is my number 2 game.
Whoa!
This is my guarantee buy. I have it above
Bond?
007. I am
You
so
dirty
fucking
dog.
hyped for this
That's
game.
crazy.
You guys underestimate how much I loved Ace Combat 7.
Not anymore, I don't. I get it now.
Yeah, no, I am so hyped for this. I'm glad that I jumped into the series like just a year or two ago, so it's pretty recent. I jumped into it. I'm like, man, this series is for me. I fucking love it. It's everything I want. I'm gonna rewatch Top Gun Maverick, and then I'm gonna jump in there and just play this and just have the time of my life. And everything that I've seen so far, like not a lot of gameplay has been shown, a little bit here and there, mostly like cutscene stuff. And I'm like, this is what I wanted for my cutscenes. I want like actual interactive cutscenes, not just like a weird anime video that they would play, which I loved. You know, it was great, but this is that much better. This one I would be disappointed if it doesn't hit well. Ace Combat 7, like I jumped back into it. Also, I was playing a little bit of it. I guess that's a little spoiler for what I have been playing, but that was a couple weeks ago now. But it's just still so fun to just replay those levels. So to actually get like a new story, new levels, new planes, I'm there. Taylor's got his Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is my Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm so hyped for this. So yeah, there you go. No date yet, so it could also come out next year. But I'm gonna be there whenever it happens.
Yeah. Jumping to the Bs, there's Beast of Reincarnation is, I guess, supposed to come out this year. This is the like almost Ghibli-esque, like really gorgeous looking game from Game Freak. So the Pokemon team is like making something that actually looks like there's budget and time and love and care put into it for once in like the last 10 years. So I'm just so curious about this. Like this to be like kind of a non-Nintendo thing. It's a PS5, Xbox, and PC game from Game Freak. You know, you forget that like Nintendo doesn't own Game Freak. Like they're over there. Pokemon Company's a separate entity, even though they're kind of combined in some ways. So this game's a huge question mark. I'm really curious to see what goes on here. But I hope this is really good, and I hope it honestly like just splits off Game Freak from maybe doing some other things, and maybe they hand off the main Pokemon development to a new studio or something crazy. I'd like to just see like some more variety going on over there. I mean, I don't really care that much. That's not my series by any means, but I'm really curious to see what happens with this game and if it lives up to the seeming hype, because it had a really good trailer. The first trailer was quite nice indeed. Big Walk.
I threw it on the intriguing category. Sorry to cut you
okay.
off. I don't know.
Cool.
I hadn't heard of this until now, but that's pretty. I don't know. I'm intrigued. So there you go.
It seems very Kirkland coded, I would say, in terms of the vibes. So that fits. There's another one, Big Walk. That is the next team from the Untitled Goose Game team, and it looks similarly goofy and silly and fun. That's supposed to come out this year. Black Frost: The Long Dark 2 is one of my most anticipated games of the year. The Long Dark is a really great survival game set in like the northern Canadian wilderness. The big thing with the second one is that it has co-op. This is a game that me and Amber, we haven't played together because the first one doesn't have co-op, but the amount of hours I've spent just on Discord watching like a screen share of Amber playing this game or just walking through it together, it's just like, it's always a communal thing for me. So the fact that the sequel is just straight up adding 2-player for us to do together is like really exciting for me. So that's one of the things I'm most looking forward to.
Nice.
Let's see. Feel free to jump in here, guys, if you have.
Yeah,
one
nothing the
from
B's for me right now.
Okay.
I looked through it, but there was. I guess I can say it now because it's a B, but it has like the in front of it. A game that I did write off, but it's not gonna happen this year. I'm getting more warmed up to it. Is that Blood of the Dawnwalker game? That's in that New Game Plus coming up. I did find out that's that vampire game coming out. I did find out that a lot of people that worked on Witcher 3 started this studio and I worked on this.
I remember this game at all.
I should have known because, like, if you look at some of the cutscenes for this, it's like, man, this looks very Witcher 3-esque, like just right. And I don't know how I did not put 2 and 2 together at the time. I thought, and I think the reason why is because when this came out, I was like, well, I know I'm getting a Blade game one day, so I really need that. I don't know if I'm getting a Blade game now one day, and
Don't say that.
You're not even getting a movie, Travis.
I'm saying that. And I saw something today where I don't know if I like this or don't like it, but it says you have to finish the main campaign. You have 30 days and 30 nights, like a 30-day cycle to finish it. So this is something I'm looking for, and it's just more things that I've learned about. At first, I kind of read off, but now I don't think it's a this year game. But I think this could be a 2027 backlog, or if it's cheaper, I don't know. But I'm getting very intrigued, and who knows? Maybe this Thursday it's on that New Game Plus stream. Maybe they'll sell me somehow. It doesn't have a date right now, so if it was like perfect of later 2026 and GTA gets delayed, maybe that's there. But yeah, I've been seeing some stuff that's been selling me on it now, where before I wasn't. So Blood of the Dawnwalker, I got my eyes on it. So, and I guess there's just a thought in my mind. She was like, I would really like to play as a vampire. It's like, right, that game exists and more and more has come out. So I guess
good
launch
shout out. Looks cool. I didn't even really know about that game's existence.
I guess this is launch window early 2026, but I feel like we don't know anything yet.
Maybe it'll in the show. Well, it's in the showcase, right? You just mentioned that.
Yeah, it just says one says early, but then one says it's scheduled release. So, and I
looking forward to
love
that trailer. Then that'll probably be a nice juicy trailer release date droppy moment. That'll be cool.
Yeah, and I love Witcher 3, so which we might talk about.
Let's see here. I mean, there's a new Control game coming out this year. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to
Alan
play.
Wake was just like a stone's throw away. That was like so recently, but now they are here with a new Control game. So that's insane.
They're working hard.
That's insane.
I'm excited to play it probably next year because I'm doing the same thing. Once I finish Rez, I'm finishing Alan Wake 2 before all the rest of the ones come out. So I'll do the same thing. I'll do Control 1 and then Control 2. These look very great, and I think they'll kill it again.
Kirkland, jump in here. You got a hyped one that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I kind of got lost in the weeds, but I wrote a couple down earlier. Do I start spicy? No, I'll start at the bottom. Okay. Eventually we'll get to, but probably not this year. I'm going to throw Total War Warhammer 40K in there. It was tough talking when it was announced. Like, okay, 40K is not my thing.
Talking.
Warhammer Fantasy was never my thing until I picked it up, and now that's like my favorite game of all time. So I will play this at some point. I guarantee you. I think I have like 90% of all the Total War games like on my Steam catalog. Big fan of that series. I will play this eventually. I also just saw it on my PlayStation it's actually dropping on consoles, which is kind of crazy. Just thinking about like a Total War game on console. That's kind of cool. I also just upgraded my rig, so I will get it on PC. But just the scale of it looks pretty crazy to me. Like just the 40K factor, it's not enough to really rope me in. Again, I would have gotten it eventually regardless, but just the new gameplay is kind of crazy because it's way different than any other Total War. Like they've never done a space Total War game, so that's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's on there. Dylan Muss, I had no idea we're getting another Plague Tale game.
We
Resonance,
are, yes.
a Plague Tale Legacy. I put it in the intriguing ... category with a little bit of an asterisk. I think if you're really hyped on that one, we went on this venture together doing this retro. Do we have to finish the series, do this little offshoot game? It's following Sophia, it seems like.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll look amazing, but you don't seem too hyped, so maybe I don't have to drop money on that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that
That's not a negative. I'm sorry.
Maybe I don't have to drop money.
The second game, obviously, I guess I don't want to spoil like a post-credit scene from a game.
Yeah.
That's like a deep spoiler. But like, this game is not following that thread, right?
Yeah.
Which seemed like an interesting thread, but maybe not the thread I wanted it to pull on. So I don't know. I feel kind of weird about this. And this is like a different character following. I mean, the trailer looked really good, but it was like a CG cutscene. We don't really know what the gameplay looks like. But also, this game's it's not really been too much about the gameplay. It's more about like just the vibe and the world and the story and just like one of the best looking games ever, both of those games.
And just tearing at your heartstrings, just making you feel so
and
sad.
Also the first game like extremely disgusting with all the rat plague and dead bodies and stuff everywhere. So it's certainly on my list. I am intrigued by of course, but I need to see a little bit more first because I also was a little disappointed with that second game. I liked the first one a bit more, right? So yeah, good shout out though for sure. But throwing it right back at you here, Kirkland, Fable. You got your new PC rig. If a new Fable comes out, are you going to be playing a new Fable?
What did I put in there? I put it in the might sneak in there category, which is kind of interesting now.
Okay.
I think I'm guaranteed to buy that. I've been waiting for a new Fable forever, and this is kind of finally happening.
You
Maybe
think
I'm
you're
in disbelief.
guaranteed to buy that, hey?
What makes you say that?
No, he said he might it was in the might sneak in there category.
But then he said guaranteed to buy.
Well, I feel
Which
like
category is it?
It's in the might sneak in there category, but I feel like I will likely buy it, though.
See what he's doing? See what he's doing? I just feel like there's just so many question marks around this game. I feel like this is one of those that
I mean,
comes
it
out.
very well could
and-
get delayed. If any game gets
Yes.
delayed this year, other than GTA, I feel like
Yeah.
Fable's up there for me as well.
It wouldn't have even been on my list if I didn't upgrade my computer, because I imagine it would have been an Xbox only, like not on PlayStation. Maybe eventually get over there. I mean, we're getting Halo to PlayStation. I feel like everything's kind of
Yeah, true.
at
yeah,
play now.
Halo's coming out
but,
this year. That's gonna be big.
I have I don't know. I played Fable 2 or 3. I can't remember which one it was, and it wasn't the same as Fable 1. Fable 1 is like such a different game for me than like the sequels were. I think I'm too hyped on the idea that this is just happening. Like we're just getting a new Fable game and it's just called Fable. So that could win me over. I'm going to keep it in the might sneak it in there category because it might not even come out and it might be yellow and orange. Who knows? Maybe I'll wait for those Metacritics and word of mouth. But I don't know. You twist my rubber arm and I'm in there like day one maybe. Maybe I get hyped. Maybe we get talking about it. Who knows?
I mean, I think what's going to happen is, this January rolls around, or it already is currently rolling as we're speaking, but the end of it's going to roll around and we're going to get it. It's going to be one of the 4 games in the Xbox Developer Direct. We're going to get 25 minutes of explanation of this game, of full vertical slice. And I'll probably be sold as heck, but also those are extremely curated. Like, who knows how close that is to reality? Of course, I'm always still worried that the people who are making this game have been making nothing but Forza for the last 20 years. Great series, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing like Fable. So it's like, who knows what this is going to look like when it actually comes out? So very curious about it for sure. Another one we haven't really seen true gameplay of, just like cutscenes that look a little gameplay-y. So who knows? But it seems like they got the humor down, and that's a big part of Fable and its identity. So that's and they're British as well, right? So they have that same ethos that the original games had. So we'll see what happens. It's always a coin toss though, when it's not the original studio, but that studio is long past, right? So
I'm throwing a big TTY on that. That's going to disappoint a lot of people. Just a vibe, just a feeling, nothing. I don't know.
Does anyone have high expectations that it's going to be good though?
I think like
We're
what
excited for it
Kirkland
'cause we
said
like
though,
Fable, and we just want to see what it is. But I don't know how many people are like, oh yeah, this is guaranteed to be a good hit, right?
but I think that will trick people into when the game arrives and gets closer, like, oh, Fable, we're gonna have a great time. And then when you get it, those reviews come like, oh man, they screwed up. Hey, Fable, like how could they do that? Like I think when you get closer, the nostalgia will creep up on people, and they will, especially like you said, if it's a vertical slice and it starts to look good, and at first like, oh, maybe there's something, but then as you get closer, like, oh, maybe there's nothing here. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I have no ties to Fable, so that's why I can say that. We've learned so little, and it's not like Replaced, where it's like, oh, this smaller in-development game. Like, it's like, this is Microsoft, Xbox, like the most powerful gaming company in the world now with everything they own. And it's like we've seen. Like the amount we've seen in this game and how long it's been announced is just, I don't know, man. It's just something seems funky with this one to me. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to like make my first experience dipping the toes and whatnot, because it's on Games Pass, right? So
Yeah, true. Yeah, we'll see.
I was going to just add to my own excitement and to build up false hope maybe for myself here. I feel like the concepts though that they introduced in that first game were so game breaking, and picturing like a next gen version of that, or like a AAA, modern gaming version of like the evil alignment, and just like Fable 1 is also a very linear game, even though it's like an RPG. Like you just follow the storyline and your character ages, and like that's it. When you finish the game, your character's old, and that's just that. But like just those ideas that you like, when you take damage, your character like actually gets scars, like permanent scars on them that they just have later on in life, and like just those types of ideas. Man, this could be amazing. But there you go. You just did it, Travis.
See,
you got me doubtful.
You
now
talked
in my head.
yourself into the good game though, like what you just did there. But you're talking like what Dylan
Might
says, not the
sneak
same
in there
team, right? You're telling yourself about what was great. It's like, don't get me wrong. That's what we have. If this game ever exists, it's the same way I think how I'm going to react with Knights of the Old Republic, of when you're talking about, like, oh, they did this and this was revolutionary and all they did back then. It's like, yeah, but are they going to do that with this game now? Or are they just going to use the name and the settings to be like, oh, here's some RPG elements and you're a Star Wars character. It's like, that's not what made Knights of the Old Republic special. And that's what I worry about some of these is like, whether it's money or the care, do they have that same passion for it? And sometimes it works out and then sometimes it doesn't, right? And we'll have to see. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's a funny series in that, like, Peter Molyneux, the original designer with Lionhead there, he was always such like a sleazy like used car salesman when he would talk about Fable whenever he'd hype up the new games. And he was a very Todd Howard type. He would like say things about the game that when the game actually came out, like none of those things were in there.
Yeah.
You know, like he would lie about a lot of things, and so I feel like we're almost conditioned to do that with Fable now, where we're like, oh, here's all these crazy things that's gonna be, because he would always hype it up that way, and it's like he's not making this new one, but we still like think of Fable in that way, and I mean that is only natural when we haven't seen an update on it for a while, and we still haven't really seen gameplay. Right, all we can do is kind of speculate. So I think a lot of those questions will be answered soon, and that's an exciting thing for me. But yeah, I'm like I haven't even played. I've played a little bit of 2. I've never played 3. So it's like I still have Fable I could go play that I haven't experienced before, but I'm still excited for potential of what this game could be. I'll quickly shout out Fire Emblem. Fortunes and Weave are getting a new Fire Emblem this year, which is exciting. It'll be fun on the Switch too. You know, the recent games, very hit and miss for me, but I'll pick this up and probably have a decent enough time with it. Will I roll credits? Remains to be seen. Kirkland, I'm not throwing you there just because you don't have a Switch 2, and I don't think you're getting one this year, so I doubt you'll be playing this game.
I think one day.
So you put it on your one day?
I didn't even put it on there, actually.
Fair.
I'll put on the one day when I'm stronger category. I'll be stronger to actually keep going on that series.
Yeah.
I love the games. I'm in no rush to get through them because they're there. I still want to play like the GameCube one also. Like it's like I'm not rushing to do the newest titles, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. Makes sense. We're getting a new Gears of War as well. Gears of War E-Day. There's a new Halo, you know, the campaign Revolt, if you consider the new, and a new Gears and a new Fable potentially this year. So like all the
Crazy.
Xbox pillars. We'll see what happens.
Coming to PlayStation though, you know, we're gonna get it all eventually.
Not
so.
Gears E-Day apparently.
Not
according to
yet.
this.
Not yet. Let's give it a couple more months, and Phil's gonna change his mind once again. You know, so, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that franchise, man. It just feels like that if any franchise needed like a God of War 2018 like refresh, Gears is certainly that, because it feels like that movie franchise that's like on sequel like 8, 9, and really they are like I don't know what sequels. It just feels like it's just, and I love Gears, and I'm actually excited to one day play Gears again on PlayStation. It just feels like the franchise is just like running on fumes. You know, like it's just like like kind of what you talk about with Pokemon, Dylan. I feel like Gears is in that exact situation where I just feel like nothing's inspired. I feel like the fan base doesn't get inspired. So I don't think this is that, but you never know.
Yeah. Travis, let me toss I'll say 2.5 Marvel games at you. So
I got
open
them,
open up that mouth, get ready to chomp down. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, Marvel's Wolverine, and Marvel's 1942.
That game's not coming out.
Tokon.
Holy
what is
fuck!
that
I
fucking
forgot
game
about that
called?
game.
That game's supposed to be out this
Marvel,
December.
Hydra,
With like Black Panther, right? Was on the cover. Oh
Marvel
my
19,
god!
Captain America.
19 Marvel a year, Hydra. What the hell is the game called?
Canceled is what it's called.
Jesus Christ.
That game
Marvel
was
Skull and Bones.
technically there should be a review for that game right now on this feed because it was supposed to be out.
That's so
Remember, it was like December 16th or something, and like a month before, like it's not in that date,
yeah.
and it's like a month before. It's been very quiet. As Bubs always points out, we've only just seen that same cutscene over and over anytime people show it. Captain America. So I can't. If you ask me, is it absolutely canceled? No, but if you say like which way am I leaning, I am that way. Token fighting, I'm gonna wait to see what Dilmus thinks because I've been very disappointed by the role of the game. I love the look. I love
Where's
the
the
fighting
freaking roster? That's my question.
If it's a 4-person or 4 roster team fighting game and it's a select amount of characters, I like some of those weirdos who have, but feel like they really under-delivered, whether they under-delivered by not doing that or they're expecting us like, well, if you get it and then every couple months we'll give you some DLC. No, sorry, that's not how it's going to work for me. Like there's other game, like you can't just get me like that nowadays, you know? So, but Wolverine, it's a top 5-er. That's a day 1. That trailer fucking rocked. Not only did it look great, it ended with Omega Red. Like, come on now. Like, I'm very excited. Wolverine's my guy. That's my third favorite comic book character of all time. I'm very, very anticipating that game. So yeah, and I trust Insomniac. You know, I trust them to make something great. So I think, day 1 for that. Captain America. I hope it comes out. You know.
Sorry, is it Batman, Joker, then Wolverine? Is that the?
You got it.
Yeah.
Batman and Joker are 1A, 1B. So it's a tough situation in that household. But Wolverine is easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did play the beta for Marvel Tokon, and it's cool. It's fun. It's got interesting mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
I just need a way bigger roster if I'm going to pick up this game day 1. That's my thing right now. They still have only shown 8 characters. I need like at least 24 if I'm buying this bad boy day one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to get to that point at this rate. So we'll see what happens there. Marvel's Wolverine. Very excited for this, guys. I finally have Spider-Man 2, so I'm going to play that soon.
Nice.
It's probably going to get booted up probably this month because I should probably play it before all these other million games come out this
It's
year.
a good time.
So
Gets you
I definitely
excited
wanna
for a
play
brand
it.
new day as well. You know, Spider-Man
Oh yeah,
mood.
good timing. But yeah, I definitely want to play that before Wolverine. So yeah, I think that's maybe my plan in the next couple weeks here is to jump into Spider-Man 2
Hell yeah.
finally. So
Nice.
consider me getting hyped on this next Insomniac game. The trailers we've seen in the characters, Omega Red, all that good stuff. It's all in there. So I'm very, very hyped. We're going to be in Squamish. We're going to be in BC. Hell yeah. I
Oh
can't wait for
yeah,
this game.
BC.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, very, very hyped. And I mean, I didn't mention this one, I guess, but Blade. Maybe Blade comes out this year.
No.
And if it does, that shoots up to, I think, number 2 on my list behind GTA because I love Arcane and I can't wait to see what they're doing. And I hope it comes out this year because I think any year that it doesn't come out, the odds of it getting canceled grow, and that scares me a lot. So I don't even want to say the word canceled because it just makes me sad. So
I just prepare yourself for that storm. We lost Black Panther. We lost
I already lost
Wonder
one
Woman.
Arcane, you know, I can
Yeah,
only
you
lose
lost
one Arcane in a
Arcane.
lifetime.
Lost the Blade movie.
They supposedly say we're getting that Iron Man game. We're losing that this year. Buckle up, everybody.
Well, I
you
don't
know,
need that. Cancel that. That's fine.
I'd love a great Iron Man game. Tons of potential there.
Shouts out to the movie tie-in game.
Absolutely.
Did you play that one, Travis? That one
We
was
played it on the
great.
stream once. We brought it
Oh,
was
did we?
when we replayed it. It was awful. It was awful.
I
Yeah,
remember.
because
it was so bad.
yeah, but like at the time,
So rigid.
playing that after the movie with my friends was hype. Unlocking all the outfits, like getting
Man.
that with that aesthetic nowadays would be top tier stuff. Same as Blade, but like it's just like I would be very excited for an Iron Man game. But
I didn't even get the game. Me and my friend, we just watched the movie and then we just played the demo. And like the demo
Oh,
is
yeah.
just like him with the suit when he goes back to wherever the desert city and you're just popping off.
I got it,
I was-
Pepper.
yeah.
Because I think it's Downey doing the lines and everything like that. Because I was in the day where they did those tie-ins. So
And it's so and like of course now in my memory I picture like a AAA like beautiful looking
Oh,
game,
yeah.
but like
Game
in
of the year.
reality it's like yeah.
yeah, we played it. It was I think we only did for like an hour. Like we can't do this anymore. It wasn't even fun. But I know you're the Spidey boy, Kirkland. But you getting Wolverine? That's day one for you.
I don't have it in
What?
my guaranteed
That sounds like a
buy.
no.
I know
What?
it's gonna be. I'm
on.
sure.
Doodle-doodle-doo.
I should admit I haven't even watched the trailer for it.
Oh, come on. You'll be sold. I got X.
I don't think I will watch the trailer. I think it's just gonna be those things I just get like when it gets closer to. When I
You
was making
very
my
much
list
enjoyed both
earlier,
those games.
At the start of this cast, I'm like, I'm gonna be wise this year. I'm not gonna commit to too many things. But yeah, you're right. I love both the games.
I think
It's my
Wolverine
number
is, like,
one in the.
I think
Sorry?
it's this year's Ghosts, where like last year we were like, oh, I'm 100% getting Ghost. And
Yeah.
then we all know what happened there.
No, I also think this could be a peer pressure one. Those trailers, he hears
you're
us
saying
talking
I'm not
about
gonna
it.
get it. You say it's gonna be the Ghosts.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
right
don't
now
think
I'm
you're
saying I'm
gonna-
on the
I think
fence.
you're
I
gonna
might
not
not
pick
get
it up when it comes out.
Okay.
I think it also depends on what you do end up those other ones that are in the maybe if those slip to the wayside, and especially think about this, Dylan. If Spider-Man hits and that's in October, that's on the way to Doomsday. We all know Hugh Jackman's in this movie. If Marvel starts to get that band rolling, Daredevil season 2's out. If Kirkland's in that Marvel mood and like a month and a half, Doomsday's out, you're gonna be wanting doing some Wolverine action. You're wanting to be in that Marvel universe. You know, like there's
Yeah.
gonna be a vibe. So.
I mean, like Spider-Man 1 and 2 are like some of my favorite PlayStation games I ever played, and like
Same
Of course,
team.
I'm a Spidey boy, but yeah, same team, and like those games are just so much fun to play. So just breaking
Omega Red.
bones with some adamantium and some going on.
Come on.
It's my number one in my likely to buy category.
Oh
so
yeah, gotta get that up.
could boost up there, but yeah, I was trying to be wise when I was making my list, guys. But
Smart, very
I
smart.
got a rubber arm, and it can be twisted pretty easily.
I'll twist that rubber arm. Ontos is one I know that you're excited for.
Hell
Kirkland.
yeah, that's in my guaranteed buy actually.
Wow, that's in the guaranteed
last one.
buy?
How do you spell
Actually, guaranteed buy with an asterisk, Dylan.
ONTOS.
that? Okay.
The asterisk being, when I was talking to you about this game on cast, we were talking about maybe doing a little mini retro of the Soma leading up to it. So if we do that, I will buy this day one. That's my little
Well,
asterisk, my little
I already
caveat.
bought Soma, so we got to do
So we're
a retro
doing it.
for that. Soma
take
was
off my
on
asterisk
sale
then.
for like 94 cents or something.
Dude. Oh,
It's a good
that
deal.
value. Yeah. Awesome. I can't wait for that then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just took off my asterisk. That's a
What
guaranteed buy
is
for me.
what is the type of gameplay of these games?
Horror. Yeah. It's,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sci-fi horror. So
Immersive sim.
they did all the Amnesia games, and then Soma is like their more sci-fi head trippy one, and this is kind of like that, but space. And then I forget the actor who was in there doing some voiceover, some guy.
Lenny
who,
Kravitz.
It's not Kravitz. It's
I wanna get
some guy with a nice epic voice, but yeah, very excited for this.
I wanna fly away.
That's
get
the
us
opening to
copyrighted
the
over
game.
You know,
I'm
I'm adding him to the producer list. We lost one celebrity. We're bringing another one.
That's risky. You never know what these celebrities are gonna do next.
He's
man.
fine. He's been around since the 80s.
I feel
You know,
like,
something when
yeah.
it came out.
It's
It's
so
got
when it came
Zoe.
out.
So has Hawkeye. But yeah, Ontos. I mean, yeah, Amnesia: The Bunker was like, I think it was like 6 or 7 game of the year of that year where it came out. So yeah, their last game was a banger, and I think this looks great. So yeah, consider me intrigued for Ontos. It'd be a nice October drop, maybe. That'd be a nice horror October moment.
It would be.
I don't know
I'm
these
sorry.
jokes, so I'm just gonna keep rolling.
I'm just
past
singing.
it.
I'm just singing.
Fucking
I
love
know
the
what
Lenny
you're doing.
Kravitz.
I wanna. And the
I'm
middle,
listening to that song
at the
after
middle, there's a part where there's 3 Lenny Kravitz at the same time. It's like I wanna get away. It's magic. It's amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Love
I'm gonna take this opportunity to shout out my last likely to buy game,
Okay.
Witchbrook. I don't know if you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
this one,
That's a
Dylan.
day one
Looks
for
really
me, for
cute.
sure. Can't wait.
Yeah, I put in likely to buy. I think it's a guaranteed buy because Shay was pretty excited about that one. Yeah, it just looks really cute. Really, I love the isometric camera angle, I guess, that
Yep.
it's using, and the it reminds
pixel
me of a very specific. I don't want to say like a Flash game because it's not Flash. Maybe it is, but like that era of like playing games on miniclip. I feel like they had a game that kind of looked like that aesthetic, and that's just what it reminds me of. So a little bit of nostalgia in there, and it just looks really cute. So even if I don't play it a lot and I just watch Shay play it, I'm excited for this one to be releasing.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful pixel art, yeah, isometric as you mentioned, Harry Potter kind of witch school game.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has co-op in it, so I'm very much intrigued by this. I think it just looks like the cutest thing ever, and Chucklefish is the developer who makes some great games. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be really good. Let's see. There's a lot of things like Outward 2, Orbitals that I'm interested in. Let's see. There is other games coming out this year. Okay, so one of my most... Sorry, I'll just go into this one. One of my most anticipated is a sequel that I haven't played the first game of yet, but Pony Island 2 Panda Circus is the newest game from Daniel Mullins, who did Inscription most recently in 2021. What are you laughing about now? You guys are throwing me off with all your...
Just Lenny, man. I'm still thinking about him.
Enough of these Lennies. But yeah, Inscription is an amazing game. I think it was my number 3 in like 2021 when that game came out, and played a bunch more of it with the update, the like kind of roguelike mode update for it. So yeah, I haven't played Pony Island 1 yet, but in this one, the trailer that we did see had a very similar Inscription art style to it. So I can't wait for the 1-2 punch of finally playing Pony Island. Another one that I've bought. It's on Steam waiting for me here. I think when I know the release date for the sequel is when I'll finally decide when I'm going to play that first one. But yeah, that's like top heap excitement for me. And yeah, I think this will probably come out this year. I think it'll stick to that date, but who knows? It doesn't actually have like a month yet, so we'll have to wait and see. But Pony Island 2, top of the heap.
Pony Island.
Yep. It sounds light and colorful, but it's extremely dark and messed up.
Okay.
So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you already mentioned Resonance.
I'll throw
Keep
one in
going
there
Yeah,
since we're
okay.
going. This is in my intriguing ... category. The game called Hella, Hela. It looks like a very cute couch co-op game.
Is that the mouse game?
And it's the mouse game. Yeah.
Yes.
The cover is 2 little mice holding hands, and
Oh,
just a little description says an adventure together. And I'm like, well, I think that's gonna be a game I buy. I like intriguing because I don't know too much about it. I haven't really seen gameplay, but it seems like it'll be a game that Shay and I will be able to have a lot of fun together. So yeah, there you go. Shouts out to Hella.
Let's get back to some IP here. Travis, back to you. Star Wars Zero Company and Star Wars
Hell
Galactic
yeah.
Racer. Do you think these are both hitting this year, and where you at with them?
I think Galactic Racer is. They're already talking about it. They revealed this week that you can make like custom racers. So Taylor and Fanboy Clay are pretty excited about that. So,
Sweet.
yeah, I think because it's a smaller scale, I think it will hit. I'm very excited for Taylor to buy it, and then we can play it when he brings it over. If it reviews like very well, maybe, and it's priced accordingly, then maybe. But I think I'll just be happy to see Taylor playing this. But I actually am. I shouldn't say that though, actually, because I feel like when that flying game came out, I was like, that's cool, but that's not really for me. I loved Pod Racer back in the day. So I think with the economy and with all the games coming out this year, I don't think it's responsible for me to buy this year, but I think this is a game I will own in the catalog one day if it's good. If it's good, I definitely could boot up, and I'm excited for Taylor to get it, and then us definitely will be in the gauntlet. And then Zero Company, I don't know. I feel like we've heard, like, find out information in pockets. Sometimes that's because, sometimes that's because they want to wait and do the big reveal, and then we're ready to go in a month or two. Great. And then sometimes it's kind of touch and go, and it lingers on for a while. So I feel like we're in the lingering stage. I feel like we're not quite there yet. So.
Have to let it linger.
Yeah, so I want to. I would love to like that play style. I think with the Star Wars characters, great. I think some of the leaks we saw where there's new characters and some like known characters is fun. So I hope it. Actually, no, I'm fine with it not coming out this year.
Yeah.
But I hope it exists and doesn't become canceled or anything like that. So because obviously with Star Wars, we're having a rough go these couple of years. So
Yeah,
Rough go.
Kirkland, I can't recall if we've talked about Zero Company, but have you seen this one, the Tactics Star Wars game,
Yeah.
XCOM-y thing?
I think I don't know. I just didn't really think too much about it, but then I found it was a Tactics game, and I actually don't even have my list. I'm gonna put it in the might sneak it in there category.
Sneak it in there.
Yeah, I mean Star Wars Tactics. That's pretty awesome. Not much more needs to be said about that.
Fair.
I don't know. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my favorite genres, and it looks, if it's kind of like Midnight Suns, then I'll probably just buy it because I just love those kinds of games. So, I think it looks cool. Seems like a good fit for Star Wars as well. Super Meat Boy 3D, that's a day one for me as well. Super Meat Boy is a great 2D platformer. To put it in 3D, and the trailer that we got looks super duper fun. So, can't wait for that one. Travis, you got any more on your list over there?
Just random stuff as far as I don't know why Hitman Absolution is getting a release on the Switch 2. I don't know. That's the one where it's very story based, the Hitman game, and it's
a good game.
It's really good. Yeah, I remember being very divisive in the Hitman community because it's not level like mission by mission. Like, take out this person. It's Hitman 47's framed and he's on the run.
Yeah.
and it was a very different game for like that like at the time for that franchise. So I just thought it was funny if like Switch 2 they're getting that okay. Dune Awakening, not getting it, but just want to shut that out. That is coming out supposedly next year. That MMO. So yeah, so you got that. And then if it comes out, we talked about this on the Discord, Dylan. There's lots of rumors about a Witcher 3 DLC that is like the size of Blood and Wine. The idea is that it would be Kirkland's looking intrigued. It would be a bridge from Witcher 3 to 4. This is not rumor. People are speculating, which I think was correct speculation, that you would probably play as Ciri to try and bridge that gap over there. So I said this to Dylan privately. I really don't want this to come out now. My hope is because Witcher 4 is so far off, is maybe this year we start to get like the details and the rollout, but then it's like they really get for 2027. Yeah, go ahead.
I read a report that it might be next year for Witcher 4.
I know. That's what it's. What might be?
Witcher 4.
No way. I don't believe that. There's no way.
Cyberpunk was 2020, 7 years.
I don't think so. I feel like we would have seen more by now.
Apparently this DLC as well as the Witcher 1 remake that we were talking about is actually not made by CD Projekt Red. It's like other team doing it. So that it means in theory that they weren't busy doing this stuff. I mean, I guess they would have. Obviously, if they're making the Witcher 3 DLC thing to be like a bridge into 4, obviously they're involved in like this narrative of it, but maybe they aren't the ones actually like developing it other than just like the story premise.
Don't you feel like it's more realistic then to get that DLC this year and then like an early mid-year 2027 release for Witcher 4? Like that's how I would envision it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Sorry. Maybe I missed. I thought you said Witcher 4 was 2026. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, next year.
Okay.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, because I think that would have been a wild game of the year, having Witcher 4 and then GTA 6. That would have been crazy. But yeah, I don't know where this is going to place, but I would probably get this. Love Witcher 3. Never played Witcher 1 or 2, just got it because everyone, Kirkland was a big proponent of it, and other people say, oh, you'd love, like, I feel like it's the not exactly, but it was the closest experience I had to KOTOR that I could get. So I would probably get this, depending on, like, I'm sure it'll come out like May 28th in between Lego and like James Bond or something. So if it's that, then no. But and I like the Siri character a lot, so I think this would be very likely to be purchased, and I think that's very cool. I think there's lots of money to be made. We're talking about there's just lots of people that have that game. Lots of people would play that bridge. I don't care if anyone's mad. Oh, it's Siri now. Most of those people would buy it, and it's a very small, minute community that's like very mad about that. Most of us just want more Witcher, and if it's Siri, great, because it's also a character I like. I'm fine not to play as Geralt. If just get me back in that world with a character I already love, I'm in. So yeah, if that 3 gets I just feel like a lot of people are talking about, like, we're going to hear news about it soon, so I'm very, very curious what's going to happen. I'm not sure if it's maybe in Summer Games Fest or whatnot, but yeah, that's wasn't on my bingo card. Didn't want it to be on my bingo card, but 2026 just continues to just pile up. So
yeah, I think I'll just quick fire a couple. I mean, Mina the Hollower, I imagine it's coming out. It doesn't actually have a date now, but it was supposed to come out as on Halloween, as Kirkland well knows, because it was on his draft. It got kicked. It had a demo out, so I imagine it's coming out like soon, but they haven't dropped the date on it yet, but I'm excited for that one. There is... I think maybe the last one I'll show it here then is Duskbloods, which I don't know if I'm going to pick this up, but if you guys forget, this is like the From Software Switch 2 exclusive game. Which is kind of weird, like a multiplayer thing. Everyone thought it was Bloodborne coming back or Bloodborne 2 or something. Then it's this other thing called Duskbloods, which obviously has the word blood in both titles, so who knows what's going on there. But yeah, I mean, Switch 2 exclusive, so interesting. We'll see what that means. 1 to 8 players, which obviously they just did Night Rain, so they've like been dabbling in some multiplayer stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to pick this up. I mean, I like some From Software stuff, but I'm a little picky with their games. But honestly, just thinking about it, it's kind of crazy. Like, if that does come out this year, last year they had Elden Ring Night Rain. The year before that, they had the Elden Ring DLC. The year before that, they had Armored Core. The year before that was like
DLC
Elden
just
Ring.
came out this year, or 2025 also, like recently.
The DLC?
Yeah, for Night Rain.
Oh yeah, because Night Rain's been getting like monthly updates or whatever, right? So they've just spamming.
Wasn't sure if it was a paid DLC, but I knew it was like a big
I think it's kind of just live servicey is what's going on.
Oh,
with
okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
So yeah, just getting like new bosses or new phases and things. So honestly, their output, like since Elden Ring has been insane, the fact that they've had like something come out every year is pretty crazy. I don't know how they do it, and they like make things that are extremely high quality every time. So yeah, I'm really curious to see what happens with this one, if people will pick it up in a big way. I mean, I feel like this hardcore audience, I don't necessarily associate with being like Nintendo Switch gamer players in general. So we'll see how much this takes off. But consider me intrigued for that one. But there's a bunch of other things that just like ambiguously don't have dates. So I think I'm happy to leave it there for my personal list. But yeah, do you guys have any other shout outs we haven't gotten to yet?
No, I went through the list.
Yeah, the new Larian game. There's no date for that, eh? The Divinity, I think it's called.
That'll probably
Divinity?
be a while yet, I imagine.
Oh, okay. And then the other one that I completely forgot about, that I gave a quick Google here. The new Concerned Ape game, Haunted Chocolatier. I'm like, man, we got to be close to that. And I saw it's like aiming for 2030 target. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I won't hold my breath for that one.
He keeps like just making huge updates for Stardew. He can't move on. Because he's making bank, so it's all good.
Yeah, good for him. Was that like a one-man team, that game?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know if he does all the porting to like all the other platforms,
okay.
But in terms of like content-wise, and I mean, he started it because he just like is a musician, and he's like, I guess I need somewhere to like people to consume my music, so he just made a game for people to like listen to his music. What's going on there, Travis?
That was Butterfinger. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Always show that. Yeah.
Do you have Lenny in there? Pull it up.
I got him in there.
Pull it up. Let me see.
I got him in there, and I'm ready for. I'm ready. I've been making memes, so I'm ready.
He's in the middle. He's in the middle of the list. I like that you snuck him right in the middle there.
Yeah.
Okay, Kirkland, you've kind of, you've had your guaranteed buys. I forget it. Have we had 5 guaranteed buys? We've had more than 5, I think.
4. according to my
Okay.
list.
So
Wolverine
remind us of
sounds like
those-
a perfect place to get that top 5.
Remind us of the 4 and tell us what your 5th promotion to guaranteed buy is going to be.
Oh, I actually had one more to shout out. Intriguing category, Valor Mortis. That's that first-person Napoleon era Souls-like game. I just thought the trailer looked really cool. Intriguing gameplay. I'm gonna keep my eye on that one. I don't think I'm gonna be racing to it, but it looked pretty cool. But that'll be a
very cool.
review. Wait for review for that one.
We got a very like
All right.
Dishonored, like Bioshocky hand. Power,
Yeah.
So that's speaking.
I think that's
to me.
why it was calling to me. And just a different era for like a first-person game, like a Napoleon era
Yeah.
game like that. Mr.
Like,
Finger.
it's insane.
When you mentioned Bioshock, this completely went in my brain. Like it left it. What was that game those developers left as Judas or
Judas?
Jericho? Did that game come out?
That might come out this year as well. Is that on this
I
list?
forgot about that game existing because I drafted it, remember, and I had to drop it, but we didn't talk about that. But
It could come out this year.
it could. Okay.
Bioshock 4, maybe as well. Who knows? Who knows?
I'd
I'll
skip.
hold my breath for that one.
Kirkland, what's the top 5?
My guaranteed buys, starting from the top, I'm going GTA 6, followed by Ace Combat 8, followed by 007, followed by Ontos. That's my top 4. And then jumping categories.
See it.
My number 5, I'll put Marvel's Wolverine there, which
Come on.
borderline guaranteed
Get
buy.
it
We'll
up
see.
there.
We'll see. But that's my top 5. So, yeah, I don't know. At the start of the cast, I didn't think I was super hyped, but just going through the list with you guys, it's a lot of fun stuff coming up this year.
Absolutely. Travis. list.
Okay, so I have my top 5, but I will say that as long as Crimson Desert reviews well, I have 8 games I'll be buying day one. So there you go.
pretty good.
That's just what we know of. There's, like you said, PlayStation. You know, Nintendo's going to drop Luigi's Mansion 4 or something like that on me. So in my top 5, I'm ready to fly away, boys. I'm ready to fly high with my man Lenny. I got 7 at number 5. Number 4, maybe a gamble, but I've been waiting for 5-6 years. Putting Replaced on there.
Nice.
I'm ready. I really want this to deliver. If it can, for me at least, deliver like a 8 and have that vibe, I think this could be like a 10 for enjoyment for me. Top 3 in the Trinity, Wolverine, because I think that's gonna be. I think the team's gonna deliver. I think that world's gonna be tons of fun. I think it's just gonna be just a good old time at the house playing video games. Number 2 game I wasn't even buying a month ago, but I got Resident Evil 9.
Nice.
That's definitely. I feel like I do have GTA 6 at number 1, but I am more excited for Resident Evil 9 currently right now, just because I'm in that ecosystem back. And like I said, I am just reliving my childhood playing those remakes, and it has been like, man, like I said, I fell back in love with my first love again. I'm excited. There's other stuff happening with Resident Evil, my top on the future. So, but yeah, GTA 6. It's got to be number 1. Like, it's just like, I mean, it's that thing too for me now. It's like, oh yeah, it's number 1 because we just have been waiting for so long. It's just like it's been won multiple times. So I am excited to come out, us play it, hopefully love it, and then in the year it won't be just this kind of anchor that's always 1-1-1. But I still have high hopes for GTA, and I think it'll be a great time. So that's my top 5.
Beautiful. As for myself, number 1 GTA. Did you say 5 just now? GTA 5 just now? I just realized.
Both of them.
GTA 6 as my number 1. Number 2 is 007 First Light. Number 3 is where I've put Mr. Marvel's Wolverine. Number 4, I don't know why I worded it that way. Not Marvel's, Resident Evil's Requiem. That's number 4 for me.
Marvel's Resident Evil Requiem. Play as Wolverine. He goes to
I'm
Raccoon
getting loopy
City.
at the 2-hour mark here. And then, honestly, number 5 is really tricky. I have a bunch of things on the cusp, like Fire Emblem, Long Dark 2, Mina the Hollower, Onto, Super Meat Boy, Witchbrook. But I think I am going to go with one. I kind of wanted to pick ones that only have like actual release dates, but I'm breaking my rule here. I'm going to go Pony Island 2 for number 5 because, yeah, I mean, Inscription, the last game from this guy who just looks very similar, was like my number 3 of the year behind like 2 of my favorite games of all time. So it's like, this is a peak freaking game. So I'm very much excited for what he's cooking up next. So that's going to be it's going to be my top 5 there, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, I mean, the list is very long of things that I've written down that I think look cool. My list is currently at 55 games, so that's insane.
Jeez.
We
Good
didn't
luck.
even bring them all up in this episode. That's how many things are supposed to come out this year. So it's just going to be one of those years. Oh, there we go. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. I have that written down here. That's what the game is called.
Mm.
And we'll see if we ever see it.
You building some Lego over there, Kirkland?
Which Lego set?
Playing Lenny Kravitz.
What does that even mean? You got Lenny Kravitz Lego?
Got Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, I'll buy that.
No, I'm just cubing. I'm sorry. I'm fidgeter.
Oh, he's cubing it. Love to see it. Okay, thank you, boys, for joining me. Next week, of course, we'll be back to do our draft. So we'll pick which games from this list of long games we just talked about think have the highest potential to score the most juicy points, the most greens, the less yellows, to use a Travis term from today, that we can. So we'll be back for that one. Thank you for listening. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.